sedano.org/ESPN.
This is the Doctor in the Dugout with Dr. Alan Beyer, presented by Hoag Orthopedic Institute.
I'm often asked about people who suffer their first back injury. Think they've pulled a muscle in their back and they don't stretch enough as far as their back is concerned. So when do you seek care from a doctor when you've sustained a back injury? At Hoag Orthopedic Institute, we like to tell people that the most important thing is to watch and see if that back pain is radiating down your leg, causing any numbness, causing any weakness, or any bowel or bladder dysfunction. These are surgical problems usually and require a more urgent visit to the emergency room rather than waiting to see the doctor. If none of these signs are present, it's safe to wait it out, rest for a few days, and seek medical care from your doctor within a week or so. Hope that helps. Keep stretching your back. If that doesn't get better in a week or 10 days, that's when it's time to seek the orthopedic specialist. Hope this keeps you on the field, and keep listening. We'll be back soon.
Keep listening for more on the road to recovery right here on 710 ESPN.
Hey, it's DeMarco. Game day in LA just got a whole lot more intriguing. Hendrick's Gin, uncommonly crafted with cucumbers, roses, artistry, and imagination, brings a flavor that's anything but ordinary. As the official gin partner of SoFi Stadium and your Los Angeles Rams, we're inviting Rams fans everywhere to elevate the cocktail lineup and make every game refreshingly unique. Find your next winning drink play at hendricksgin.com. Please drink the unusual responsibly. Hendrick's Gin, 44% alcohol by volume, imported by William Grant & Sons, New York, New York.
When a trophy's raised, it can feel like the season's over. But on the ESPN app, it never really is. Because with more than 47,000 live events, plus originals, highlights, and coverage from every corner of the sports world, there's always something to dive into. No off-season, just everything a fan needs to keep going. Always in season. Get all of ESPN all in one place. Download the ESPN app on your TV or your phone today.
Wendy here. If you're looking to add a star player to your financial roster, you should take a look at SoFi's personal loans. SoFi's got some amazing moves that would be a valued addition to any team, like low fixed rates when you consolidate your debt, no fees required, and as soon as same-day funding. View your rate at SoFi.com/roster to get started. Loans originated by SoFi Bank, N.A. member FDIC. Terms and conditions apply at SoFi.com/roster. NMLS 696891.
My name is Whitney Allen. I am a widow. My husband, Ryan, died. We never thought in a million years we'd have to use life insurance. The unexpected happened. With Ethos, it is so fast and easy. It's 100% online. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. No medical exams, and you can get up to $3 million worth of coverage through Ethos.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/game. That's ETHOS.com/game.
Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
Your Lakers, your season, your home.
Thursday night in downtown LA. It's Lakers basketball at Crypto.com Arena. The purple and gold look to defend their home floor versus the Hornets.
Rebound Ayton. Got it to Smart. Length through the court pass to LeBron. What a pass by Smart. Lay it up and in.
LA Lakers, Charlotte Hornets from LA Live. Coverage begins Thursday night at 6 p.m.
The Lake Show lives here. 710 ESPN and the ESPN LA app.
Hi, it's LeBron. The Lakers play here.
710 ESPN.
KSPN, Los Angeles.
A Good Karma Brands radio station.
Previously on the Sedano and Kap Morning Show.
They give it to LeBron left wing. LeBron flying to the rim, lay it up and in. Boy, LeBron looks like he found the fountain of youth tonight. Yes. 30 points for LeBron.
Why do you say it's unfortunate?
Because that's the nature of envy. It's the nature of envy. You're not going to get it. You're not going to get a click. You're not going to get a response by saying something nice about somebody, by acknowledging someone's greatness, by acknowledging how much they care and how much they work and how much they've accomplished and continue to accomplish and continue to go after something. I mean, you got to say something bad about them. You got to go on TV and.
The Sedano and Kap Morning Show is on the air.
The biggest show in ESPN LA history.
LeBron's first back-to-back of the season, arguably one of his best games of the season. What went into deciding that he was going to play in this back-to-back, and how impressive is it that he's able to do this at age 41?
I mean, there's no decision that gets made for him. Again, I said it a few times to start the season, uncharted territory. He's going to do everything he possibly can to play.
A little sabor?
Yeah, I don't think people like being called hacks.
You're the widow on the radio.
Giant Mexican, horn section.
Did you have me on your show to berate me? Is that what you're doing now?
Give me a freaking break. We go me, Big Al,
right?
Redbird, Freak Daddy Freddie A.
Freak Daddy Freddie A.
Right.
Is Redbird related to Redwood?
Midnight in the desert. I'm Art Bell.
Scott Kaplan, eat a fat one, bro.
The Sedano and Kap Morning Show on 710 ESPN.
The all-new ESPN LA app and on YouTube at ESPN Los Angeles.
We're bigger than U.S. Steel.
Wow, that's crazy.
Well, you want to woo-woo?
Bit Boy.
Right now.
Monstrous. Beto, I don't want to eat that. We did it, Dad. We did it.
You were riding high on the stinger last time.
Oh, big time.
Right, that's right. Of course we were.
So, my girls, stay tuned.
7:03 and 10 seconds. The Sedano and Kap Morning Show begins on a hump day Wednesday, a wacky Wednesday, and we started late Wednesday. Started 30 seconds late, so it's later.
It's actually a windy Wednesday, remember?
And it's a windy Wednesday. Brian
windy
Windhorst
Wednesday.
will be here, and Lindsay has a special holiday gift for Windhorst and I.
Oh, really?
And she'll present that to us.
Oh, how lovely. Wonderful, as a matter of fact.
But we have to start here. Top of the hour integrity.
Right.
The old man does it. Lakers win and blow out the Hawks last night at Crypto.com Arena.
The who?
The Hawks.
How you calling that?
Because our boy Mario Ruiz, hey, it's Mario. He gets very on his reads, and then I don't know why we're top of the hour integrity,
right.
But he gets very passionate about the Hawks.
Okay.
I realize it's a good bit. Hawks.
I liked when he says, down in NOLA.
Meanwhile, Sedano, top of the hour integrity.
Down in NOLA.
The Pelicans and the Lakers play down in NOLA. I was like, what?
I kind of like, NOLA, yeah.
Yeah, I know. It just took me a minute. I was like, oh, yeah, that's right. Some people
listen,
call it that.
Guys, understand the imaging team, which is Mario and I, and the big voice guy. When you got 82 games to make promos about, and sometimes you don't have a lot to say, you got to come up with stuff.
Right.
Like NOLA.
The Lakers are in the Big Easy.
They say no LA down in NOLA.
I like Lindsay's Mario better than Cappy's Mario.
Stop that.
I agree with you.
Stop that. Come on.
Wait, let's do a little battle real fast.
Wait a second. Now you're doing a better Mario than I do.
Have a conversation.
Hold on a second here, girl.
I'm imitating Mario Ruiz
it's
down
a
in NOLA.
third-generation imitation.
Get ready. That first LAFC game is at the Coliseum.
It's at the Coliseum.
Against Messi in like a month.
And yesterday...
Oh, no, it's not no, I thought it was at the Rose Bowl.
No.
It's at the Coliseum.
Yesterday, we found out that we're going to air all of the CONCACAF Cup games.
The CONCACAF Cup.
We're not sure where they're playing, but they're playing.
In
Just
the CONCACAF.
For the record, Sedano, I tried top of the hour integrity. You joined in on this bit.
Sorry.
Yep, tried
Well,
in.
no, I just, it is funny.
No, it's funny, but I don't want to get yelled at. You called and yelled at me yesterday for an hour after the show.
What happened?
You.
Who, me?
Yeah,
Me?
you're a bad guy, Cap.
I'm a bad guy?
And by the way, I specifically told him to do one thing in the suite, and he did the exact opposite, so I just left last night.
What did I do?
Talking to people you shouldn't be talking to.
Would you stop?
Talking to partners that I told you they don't have any purpose for you.
How would you stop?
Talk to partners that are going to make us money, and I mean you and me.
Oh, okay. From now on, you start, hey, see him? No money. Him? Money.
Well, they have money, but that is not our sector of the business.
Okay, we want, hey.
That's a digital sector of the business.
Oh, all right. You tell me. Digital radio.
Well, they're not going to give you and I money.
Okay, well, you let me know who the money people are, and I'll just go kiss their ass. That's what I'm good at.
All right, top of the hour integrity.
Top of the hour integrity. All right, so Cappy, what do you got to say about the old man, huh?
What about him?
Well, you were the one yesterday. You literally said you made fun of him. You said,
How?
he's 41 years old. I'm not TBD. I'm not going to play back-to-backs. You did that thing yesterday. He played, and he was good.
Why do you suppose he played last night?
Because they need him to play.
Yeah, because the night before, when you're in Sacramento, and Sacramento is a 9-30 team, and you get ham-slammed, and then you turn around and you come home and you're playing in front of the home crowd, and you've just gotten destroyed the night before, don't you think it makes sense that he should play?
Yeah, Cappy, they need him to play.
Right.
And by the way, he only missed 3 back-to-backs considering he didn't have a preseason. He missed the first 14 games of the season. Sure, like he's got to work his way into that.
Well, I will just say this, George. I was worried last night that LeBron wasn't going to play because of the back-to-back. And I was also worried that Luka wasn't going to play because of this sore groin that seems to be persistent.
Right? I mean, listen, a sore groin is, not an easy thing to fight through.
No, and you don't want it to turn into something much more than a sore groin.
It's too wet.
Right.
What happens?
I'll explain it. But the thing is that
Are you going to do a Cappy vision?
I could do
Careful, he's got clapper vision trademarked.
Oh, he does.
He'll sue you.
Well, that's why I called it Cappy
He'll sue me?
vision.
Oh yeah, he'll sue you.
Wait, so there's clapper vision, but what if I do what George says? What if I do capper vision?
No, Cappy vision. Don't capper. No, that's too close. That's too close.
I'm going to tell Clapper to sue you. He's got a lot more money than you do.
Oh, definitely he's got a lot more money than you.
Welcome to the Sedano and Clap Show.
Yeah, you start calling him Clappy.
So anyway.
Well, look,
right.
but can I ask you this? Let me try and put myself in the shoes. You ready?
Okay.
Here's 3 reasons, if you will, why LeBron and Luka needed to play last night.
Because the team is stinking?
Right. 1, they were humiliated the night before by the Sacramento Kings. And it's not just the name, the Sacramento Kings, which is an inferior basketball organization historically. Yes. It's the fact that Russell Westbrook now plays for the Sacramento Kings.
Oh, and Brody just absolutely went at him the other day.
And so when Russell Westbrook gives you 22 points in a winning effort, that kind of leaves a bad taste in your mouth, okay, on Monday night. So then on Tuesday night, you're like, look, we lost against an inferior team. You and I have talked a lot about banking wins earlier in the season.
Yes.
Well, when you turn around and you come home, so first reason is you lost the night before to an inferior team. Second reason is you're going home to play in front of your home crowd.
Correct.
And third reason is now you're playing an Atlanta team that's a sub-500 basketball team. And honestly, you cannot lose last night's game. So LeBron shows up at the arena yesterday about 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and the word goes that when he shows up early, he's probably there because he's planning on playing.
Right.
So these guys needed to play last night because they got slammed the night before. They got embarrassed. And you're playing against an inferior team. Let me say this. If they were playing against Oklahoma City last night, I don't know that they would have played. But they played Atlanta last night. They could not lose that game. So that's why they played, in my opinion.
You always seem to have, like,
an excuse?
Yes, like they're in a reverse excuse. Like there needs to be a reason for him to play. He's going to go into every game like thinking he's going to play, and then only if he has a reason not to play because he can't play.
Okay,
will
but
he not play?
But I want you to hear what I'm saying. I'm not saying
listen.
I'm saying
let me.
we.
Okay, so let me explain this to you.
Yeah.
Over 23 years that he's played
got a
professional basketball,
right?
He's played in 90% of the back-to-backs in his career.
Okay,
like. Obviously, at 41, not having played a preseason, not having played the first 14, not having played the first 14 games, he's going to have to work his way into that. You know what I mean? Like, did you I don't understand what the expectation was before this.
Well, I think you guys are missing what I'm trying to say here. I'm not saying LeBron. I'm saying LeBron and Luka. See, there was conversation the night before that Luka might not play as well because of this groin issue that he's got. But
no, I get it,
but
guys, we're focusing on the LeBron part of it because you made note of Luka maybe not playing in your prize picks, but you definitely were like LeBron's not playing. Like you were like very adamant about that.
Well, I don't know if LeBron's going to play or he's not going to play. I went with an assumption based on what LeBron
and you know what they say about that?
I know what they say, but I don't
make
know.
an ass.
Yeah.
Out of you
Didn't you
and
hear
me
what he
in this
said?
case, unfortunately.
Yeah, didn't you hear what he said about like the integrity of the game and not messing with the basketball gods?
No.
He knows what he's doing.
No, all I know is what LeBron told us a couple weeks ago. Which
Wait,
is,
how about
I'm 41?
Right. How about what LeBron said yesterday? How about we do that?
All right, let's hear it.
Okay.
I would never disrespect the basketball gods. I understand that it's a real thing, and I would never disrespect the basketball gods when it comes to playing this game. So I put the time and the effort and the commitment in it, mentally, physically, spiritually. Every time I hit the floor or I'm at practice, whatever the case may be, trying to set the example for my teammates and the younger generation that's watching me or watched me throughout my career. I mean, shit, my son is right over there.
Whoa!
So I can't afford to cheat the game ever, and I would never do that. And I got to set an example for him over there too. So, as Jay-Z would say, if you can't respect that, your whole perspective is whack. Maybe you'll love me when I fade to black.
Wow, maybe I will. Maybe I won't.
Did he curse there? You might as well.
I think he said "shuh."
He didn't say. He didn't curse. He kind of
said shoot.
He's like "shh."
Like he's on the wire.
Definitely cursing the radio gods.
Oh my God,
that was funny. Can I get it one more time?
Yeah. I use that all the time too. Like sometimes I'll use it as a voice fill. I'll be like, man, yeah.
So anyway, he said that, and he
George,
quoted Jay-Z for some reason.
Yeah.
I guess. Yeah.
It was an interesting game too because the Lakers were up so big in that game.
Yeah.
They scored 81 points in the first half.
Yeah.
They were up so big at halftime that I honestly left the game. And
you were there?
Yeah.
And no Cappy Lappy for Atlanta.
No Cappy Lappy for Atlanta because they don't bring out the buzz. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Well, especially without Trae Young.
Yeah. So I left the game at halftime and went back to the East Central to watch the second half. And the game actually got like a little closer than I would have ever expected.
Yeah, it's the NBA.
Right.
People make runs.
So it got to about 7 points in the game. Atlanta was down.
Right.
LeBron makes a really bad pass, and it gets picked. And I don't remember who it was from Atlanta is streaking towards the basket. And this brother goes up to one-hand dunk this thing, Dr. J style. And he misses the dunk.
Right.
And then the ball goes back the other way, and the Lakers, I think Marcus Smart may have hit a three-point shot at that point. And the Lakers then went on like another just really big run, and they were able to close this thing out. But it did get strangely close for like 7 points. They got it down to single digits. It was, and then, of course, they went on to blow them out. But 141 points scored. You talk about a team that the night before couldn't shoot and couldn't defend, and then turn it around the next night. And I don't know what JJ may have said to those guys because you knew he was exasperated after that Sacramento game. But it was a much-needed recovery win last night for the Lakers.
Well, speaking of JJ, can we play them back-to-back since they make sense to go back-to-back on what JJ said about the decision to play a back-to-back game with LeBron?
Uh-huh.
LeBron's first back-to-back of the season, arguably one of his best games of the season. What went into deciding that he was going to play in this back-to-back, and how impressive is it that he's able to do this at age 41?
I mean, there's no decision that gets made for him. Again, I said it a few times to start the season, uncharted territory. He got hit in the quad in the fourth quarter. He's already in the ice bath. He's going to do everything he possibly can to play in his 23rd year. Like it's remarkable. His competitive stamina is off the charts. And we didn't expect him to be able to play. I mean, that's just the nature of a 41-year-old body who plays heavy minutes. And he just said, "I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try to do everything I can, do my normal routine, and if I'm able to go." And same thing with Luka. So both those guys, I thought just completely led the group tonight, and it was evident. 22 assists between them. Obviously, they made some shots too, but I just thought they did a great job of leading the group, and I don't take for granted the LeBron stuff. It's unfortunate, actually, not to go on a little tangent here, but it's actually unfortunate how much this guy puts into it and how much he cares, and the way certain people talk about him. It's crazy. Come be around him every day and see how much this guy cares. It's off the charts.
Sounded like you went Radio Rinaldi.
Because
that's the nature of envy. It's the nature of envy. You're not going to get it. You're not going to get a click. You're not going to get a response by saying something nice about somebody, by acknowledging someone's greatness, by acknowledging how much they care and how much they work and how much they've accomplished and continue to accomplish and continue to go after something. I mean, you got to say something bad about them. You got to go on TV and knock them.
Real quick before we react to that, hit the bell, Jorge, please. Our friends at Valvoline Instant Oil Change at 7:17. We are a little over 15 minutes through the show, and in 15 minutes, you know what you could have done?
Tell me.
Gone to Valvoline Instant Oil Change, taking care of your car. Home of the 15-minute drive-through oil change. Visit SoCalOilChange.com for locations and to score game-winning coupons.
Nicely done.
You didn't respect the pause, Christopher. You jumped JJ.
I thought we were done. It was my fault. My fault,
man. Come on.
Well, I thought he was going Radio Rinaldi there at the end.
Disrespect JJ.
But she asked what's about envy. That's how.
She asked the follow-up.
It was pretty funny though about you know how that lady in Jacksonville got ripped for telling Liam Cohen, "You hold your head up high, young man." You know, the girl, the lady, the woman, whoever asked the question about how impressive is it if we know.
Well, she started by saying what went into the decision for him to play, which I think that was like the main question they're trying to get out of it. Like, I thought he wasn't going to play back-to-back.
Well, and you heard the beginning of his answer. The beginning of his answer was very interesting, JJ. I don't know if you could forward through the question, but what JJ's first part of the response was, George, was pretty much LeBron tells us when he can and when he can't.
That's not true, dude. I told you that is a combination of people, including the medical staff, the training staff, his own personal medical training staff that he has, much like Luka has this a personal training and medical staff.
Mm-hmm.
All those people make that decision.
I'm just telling you what I heard from JJ. That's all. Yes. I'm not. And by the way, I would like to do what JJ suggested. He said, if you don't think this, come be around him every day. Come see what he's all about.
So
how do I do that? Yeah, how do I do that?
That's a personal invitation to you.
Yeah,
Cappy.
I thought so. Yeah, I'd love to go and be around LeBron for the day. I'd like to work out with him.
You should have asked in the post-game presser. You should have stuck around and said, "Excuse me, I would like to take you up on that."
Yeah, right. Like, excuse me, JJ over here. I'm George Sedano's radio partner, just so you know, since you have no idea who I am. How do I get to be around LeBron every day? I mean, and I don't need every day, but like maybe Tuesday, Wednesday, could I be around him a little bit? Work out with him, shoot around with him, cold plunge together, sauna together, stretch, maybe eat together. I mean, how do I do that? If you're suggesting that I need to respect him more, which, by the way, I think a lot of us who are critical at times also are very respectful and understand how much this guy puts in to get to where he is. He is the greatest player of the generation, and you don't become that unless you put in the work. Nobody denies that LeBron puts in the work. Do you think I deny that he puts in the work?
I don't know. I don't believe so.
Okay, thank you.
I mean, you do a lot of things, but that's not one of them.
I mean, come on, man. Seriously, man. The guy, listen, I give you credit, and I say you. I give LeBron all the credit last night for having almost a triple-double. And, oh, by the way, leaving the game rather than saying, wait, hold on, I need one more rebound. Let me get to my triple-double. It was like, hey, we're good. And I need to get off the floor. And by the way, George.
By the way.
I was screaming last night at my phone, not at my television, at my phone. Get Luka off the floor.
Right.
You know why?
Why?
Because I had him for less than points, rebounds, and assists on Prize Picks.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Can we wait for that when we do the Prize Picks?
Yes, we can.
So we have content for
Yes,
that,
we
and you
can.
don't just look at me.
Who, me?
Yeah.
I'm not looking at you. I'm looking through you to Lindsay and Bergie. I don't
Meanwhile,
even see you.
it's Kings game day in Los Angeles. Pregame coverage starts at 6:30 p.m., leading you right up to face-off at 7 p.m. That's when the puck drops. As the Kings take on the Golden Knights after the game. Keep it here for Kings Talk with Sam Boney. Your spot to react and break it all down. Hey, everybody. Catch every moment. Just tap the Kings. Tap it! The Kings play-by-play tile on the all-new ESPN LA app. Home of your Los Angeles Kings. Meanwhile, 7:21, Cappy.
Yeah.
Quack, quack. Quack, quack. Let's talk about our friends at VisionWorks, please.
Oh, my God, dude. I'm so glad you're saying that.
Because you're blind. Last night in the suite, he couldn't see anything, Sedano.
George, you don't even understand. Like, I've always had this opinion that I shouldn't use readers because when I use readers, that's like an indication of I've given up. That's it. I always felt like if I wore readers, my eyes would be weakened because I finally have given them so much enhancement. This morning, I swear to you, I'm looking at my computer screen. It's like one big blur. I put on these readers, and it's great. But now I've got to go to VisionWorks.
Here's the great thing about VisionWorks. Simple shopping. Unlike other brands, VisionWorks makes things simple by organizing frames by shape and price, Cappy.
Well, you say simple shopping. How about simple scheduling? You can schedule an eye exam. It's really simple at VisionWorks. You book an appointment and make sure it fits your schedule. Weekends, evening appointments available at every location. So that's really good. Makes things easy for you. And then you got that 100-day guarantee.
Which I love because when I got glasses at one of those other places once, I didn't like them once I put them on my face. That's when I had a really fat face. And they wouldn't take them back. Scumbags.
Well,
but
now,
not at VisionWorks. You got that 100-day guarantee.
Right. You can easily change your glasses. And benefits, like, your health insurance benefits, VisionWorks accepts most vision insurance plans and helps you get the most out of your benefits. And then, because it's the new year, new benefits, every new year comes with renewed vision benefits. VisionWorks makes it easy to put them to good use with a simple, stress-free eye care experience.
And listen, I love when our live reads include a Sedano Psi in them, like that one there. It's also tax season. Put that tax return to good use, sucker. Go see our friends at VisionWorks, and you can get that annual eye exam, which Cappy needs desperately.
Desperately.
They've got the BOGO, Cappy, 2 pairs, 1 easy decision. Buy 1, get 1 free. They still haven't corrected that 1. It still says get on free.
Okay.
Which maybe you can at VisionWorks, Cappy.
You can get on at VisionWorks. We're going in for the BOGO.
We're going in for the BOGO.
Hey, let's get the same glasses.
Okay, let's do it.
Let's do it.
All right,
we're going to VisionWorks.
7:23, the Sedano and Cap Morning Show. Sedano, how about a tease on this one? A little Johan Buhan sound and Rich Paul coming up. How about that?
Johan Buhan.
Lots more Lakers stuff to get to because not all is well despite the win.
3 minutes from right now.
This is the Sedano and Cap Morning Show.
Focus Features presents the film Hamnet from director Chloe Zhao and producer Steven Spielberg and Sam Mendes. Discover the untold story behind Shakespeare's greatest masterpiece. Winner of more audience awards than any film this year, Hamnet is a monumental cinematic experience. And now it's the Critics' Choice Award winner for Best Actress, Jessie Buckley. Hamnet is the best picture of the year. Hamnet, rated PG-13, may be inappropriate for children under 13. Now playing only in theaters.
Hey guys, Cappy here. Let's talk about something serious for just a minute. Picture this. You're on your usual drive to work. You're thinking about your day ahead, right? You walk into the office, you sit down at your desk, you power on your computer, but instead of your familiar desktop popping up, Zippo, nothing. Your files are locked, your data's frozen, you've been hacked. For anyone who's ever lived through it, you know how stressful and expensive it can be. We're talking thousands, even hundreds of thousands of dollars. And then there's the uphill battle of getting your cyber insurance claim actually paid. That's where my friend Avner Gatt and his team of public adjusters come in. You might know them from water damage claims, but they also handle cyber insurance. And if you're not sure that you're fully protected, or you're not sure if your insurance application was filled out correctly, don't wait until it's too late. Call Avner Gatt at 818-917-5256 today. That's 818-917-5256 for Avner Gatt.
Stunad. One briefcase, one moment could change everything. Yamava Resort and Casino at San Manuel is giving you a chance to own your destiny in 2026. Play throughout the month of January, and on January 28th, one Club Serrano member will win the case, and with it, a finale spot in any 2026 promotion, plus $400,000. Which destiny will you choose? It's all happening at Yamava Resort and Casino, celebrating its 40th anniversary. You in? Details at yamava.com. Must be 21 to enter. Please gamble responsibly.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
Ask yourself this question. Is it really worth holding on to that timeshare that you know you need to get rid of? Here's the truth. The average maintenance fee just went up over 17%. That could have been 117%, and there's nothing you can do about it. When you buy a timeshare, you give them a blank check for annual maintenance and assessment fees. I'm Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group. For 15 years, I've helped over 50,000 families cancel their timeshare. Not sell it, not transfer it, cancel it. Did you buy a timeshare because they told you it was a great investment and your maintenance fees would never go up? That's a lie. Are you ready to get rid of your timeshare once and for all? Simply call us and I'll send you our timeshare exit kit that explains all your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley now for your timeshare exit kit. 800-568-3344. 800-568-3344. 800-568-3344.
You're hanging out with the Sedano and Kap Morning Show.
I have a crooked pole. Some guys have that crooked pole, okay?
George Sedano, Scott Kaplan.
Usually I have straight poles. I had a crooked pole.
More Sedano and Kap right now.
I can caress your back. I would hold you in my arms and ease your fears. I can't
Copy.
I ain't had a crush in years. Hey, love.
Come on. Oh, go on. Wait, Jorge Briones, you don't like it? You don't like it when he sticks his tuchus all over you? And
This song gets me going.
I know it does.
727 on a wacky Wednesday, a windy Wednesday. Brian Windhorst will be in here in the 8 o'clock hour, and Cappy on this day. Oh, no, not on this day. It's LL Cool J's birthday.
Go,
He turns
LL.
58.
Go,
LL from the Queen,
go,
Sedano.
LL. Go, LL.
It's also today hot pastrami sandwich day.
Come on,
How
you're
about
kidding
going
me.
to the Hat in Brea, getting a hot pastrami sandwich, cranking up some LL Cool J, and then just turn the heat up like what Funchy does in the studio so everybody's sweating in here? Michael Funches, it's not my fault you're 120 pounds. He turns the heat up everywhere. Everyone's sweating in this place.
We need to put a sign somewhere.
I
Turn
want
the
them to
heat
put
off.
software in that bans people from turning the heat up.
Not a bad idea.
Put a cage around it like a lot of those places do.
Yeah.
You need like the key to unlock it.
Yes.
By the way, a hot pastrami sandwich on rye bread with like a nice golden mustard.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, does that sound good? Also, what do they call it when you have the pastrami with the Swiss cheese?
Reuben.
No, not a Reuben. Isn't a Reuben a corned beef?
Yeah, that has sauerkraut too.
So I think there's
I
another
thought they call
name.
it just a pastrami Reuben.
No, I think there's another name for it. Like I think it may be called a Rachel or a Rita or something like that.
Never heard that. And I eat a lot of sandwiches.
No, a Reuben, I believe, a Reuben is corned beef and sauerkraut and Swiss cheese. But I think there's another name when you use pastrami.
I thought you just called it a pastrami Reuben.
I don't think so. Maybe I'm wrong. Anybody know?
Put it right in your mouth.
You're right about a Reuben, but the pastrami is just a pastrami Reuben, according to
maybe I'm
AI.
wrong.
overview.
Meanwhile, we go
Not
to
a
our
Rita?
pastrami Reuben desk.
No, it's a Rachel.
Oh, it is? It's a Rachel?
Yeah. A Reuben with pastrami instead of corned beef is often called a Rachel. You're right.
I was trying to toss it back to Sedano.
Sorry.
That's fine.
Oh, it's okay.
Go ahead.
Love
We
a
got.
Rachel.
So I asked when this Johan Buhan sound hit yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
I asked Andy Kamenetsky, who was sitting in for Johnny I for a little bit because Johnny I had to go get an award.
Yeah, he did win an award yesterday.
Yeah, we can talk about
win?
that later.
Mm-hmm.
We'll talk about that later. We'll tease it 10 minutes from now.
Okay.
But I asked Andy if him, the Kamenetsky brothers with their Lakers podcast, Alan Sleevel with his, and now Johan Buhan has one. If they all have like
Johan Buha's had one forever.
whatever, it's like, do they have a street fight? Like, oh, my Lakers podcast is better. Yeah.
Well, it's like an anchor man.
Yeah.
Like when all the news teams are going to brawl.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Laker podcaster
Well,
brawl.
I think if you're a Laker beat writer, I think you have an inherent advantage, I would say, in that space. Maybe I'm wrong.
Yeah.
So you've got Johan to beat up the Kamenetsky brothers and Sliwa.
No, Sliwa jumps on top of them.
Okay. Because Johan's a pretty big dude.
He's also
he is.
tall, so
Right.
he has the reach.
Yeah, tall
He is
and
very
lanky.
tall.
And young, too. He's also a lot younger than all those guys. So he's got youth and size on
And
his
athleticism.
side. Yeah, and probably athleticism as well.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So
what is Johan Johan
Buha.
Buha? What is Johan Buha saying?
We've got the sound.
Would you like to hear it?
Sure.
I can confirm that, people have not been happy. I'm not going to go more specific than that, but I would just say people have not been happy with that pod and some of the comments, especially look, there was some of the initial stuff, like there was they're not contenders, right? And that was one thing. And even some people inside that building might believe that at the core, if you gave them truth serum. It was like one thing to think that privately, one thing to put that out publicly, but then some of the stuff that has come out since, most notably, I think recently, this whole trade Austin Reeves for Jaren Jackson Jr., who they basically averaged the same amount of rebounds, and that would have been an interesting trade a year ago, but Austin Reeves is just a straight up better player than Jaren Jackson Jr.
No,
and has more trade value than Jaren Jackson Jr. So I actually think if Memphis wants to throw in multiple picks and Gigi Jackson, then maybe that's a conversation. But yeah, it's been some interesting comments coming out of that, because that is uncommon for an agent to be commenting on his player's team to this degree and saying basically, I would trade this guy, especially a guy who's sort of in contract competition for his client.
First of all, I will agree. Let's start with where I agree. Clearly, I agree with the latter portion of that, where it is odd. But we knew that was going to be the case when he decided to do a podcast with Max, right? Like it's kind of almost understood at this point, while also agreeing that it is odd. LeBron, by the way, was asked about this yesterday and said, Rich is his own man. He's got his own opinions. I love AR. Which I believe. I know those two have butted heads multiple times over the years. They don't always agree, and you can sit here and say, oh, you're full of crap. But I know that to be the case. Actually, Rich Paul, they've disagreed going way back. Like, Rich Paul did not want LeBron to go to Miami back in 2010. Like, that was a huge point of contention between the two in their relationship. But nonetheless, at the end of the day, they are separate people. I will disagree, though, with Johan that Austin Reeves is a better player than Jaren Jackson Jr. I don't believe of the 30 NBA GMs that the majority would take Austin Reeves over Jaren Jackson Jr. I don't believe that to be the case.
Well, I mean, Jaren Jackson Jr. is a much bigger, taller player. Got more height, got more weight.
He's also a former Defensive Player of the Year.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I also think that he's a multiple-time All-Star. He's having a down year per se, but I would say everybody in Memphis is having a down year because the organization is kind of in a inflection point, let's call it.
Yeah, listen, I cannot sit here and scout for you Jaren Jackson Jr. in Memphis.
No, we know that.
Yeah, because guess what?
They call him Triple J.
Well, guess what? Because I don't watch any Memphis Grizzlies games unless they're playing against the Lakers, okay? Yeah. So I'm openly admitting that to everybody, okay? I'm not faking it for anybody. Mm-hmm. I love Austin Reeves. I think Austin Reeves is a great player. I think he's a great guy for your organization and a great guy for your locker room. If you were able to show me, and I don't mean just on paper and stats, that Jaren Jackson Jr. is a significant upgrade and would tremendously help the Lakers this year, then, I'm open to the conversation, but I don't know that. So, but I do think, George, back to your point, it has got to be so frustrating for the Lakers organization right now to have LeBron's agent, who is probably one of the most powerful people in the NBA because of the number of players that he represents. It must be so frustrating to have LeBron's agent making these types of suggestions. If you and me make these types of suggestions, big deal. Who cares? But this is LeBron's agent. And I think a lot of people look at it and go, if Jeannie were still in total control and there was this partnership between Jeannie and Rich and Clutch and LeBron and so on, perhaps he might not be saying these things. Maybe he would. But I think there's a belief that he would not.
I want to pause 60 seconds before Sedano answers that for you to tell us about our friends at Sellers Advantage, Cappy.
Oh, it'd be my absolute pleasure. No problem at all. Hey, look, if you're contemplating selling your home, and let's say you want to sell your home right now. It's January. But you also know, you know what? I really am not planning on moving until June. So I'm just going to put out a for sale sign and go fishing, see what I can find. Well, here's a better idea for you. Call Sellers Advantage. They will buy your home as is. And if by chance you're not ready to move, we are very happy to make accommodations to make it more comfortable for you. But here's the good news for you. If you want to sell your home, you don't have to call a real estate agent. That person doesn't have to come over to your house and tell you how much money you have to spend to make it sellable. You don't have to worry about paying commissions. And you know what else you don't have to worry about? Is the deal falling through. It happens all the time where somebody, says, yeah, I want to buy the house, and then all of a sudden the deal just does not happen because maybe they didn't really qualify for the loan or whatever the case might be. Sellers Advantage will buy your home as is. You don't paint it. You don't clean it. You don't fix it up. You don't spend any money. They buy it as is. No need for costly repairs. Sellers Advantage has been buying homes for over 20 years in Southern California. They help sellers get the highest offer possible without having to get it ready for the market or deal with agents or deal with commissions. They make selling easy. They make it painless. Oh, and by the way, let's say you need some cash. You're like, hey, look, all my money is wrapped up in this house. We will even offer you a $20,000 advance for moving and other expenses. So if it's time to sell your home, call Seller's Advantage first for that no-obligation offer, 888-390-AS-IS, 888-390-AS-IS, or 888-390-2747, or visit sellersadvantage.com.
Thank you, Cappy. Now, Sedano's response.
Let me respond to that, and then I have something else I want to get into that we've got into in our group chat a moment ago. But
tell me.
Of course it's going to be frustrating, but I don't believe if Jeannie was still in charge, one thing would have to – one, I don't believe has anything to do with the other. I think Rich is going to do this podcast. He's going to say what he thinks. The whole point is that he's going to be his own person, and he's going to say what he believes, and that's it. And by the way, what has Rich said that I haven't said for a year and change, that they need to eventually trade Austin Reeves?
The difference is that
he's LeBron's agent.
Right.
But my point is, anyone with half a brain realizes that this team, this organization is at some point going to have to trade Austin Reeves unless they get really lucky and find a couple of guys that can play defense behind him and Luka.
So I'd say I probably have about 48% of a brain because I'm on the other side of that, which is to say I think Austin Reeves is part of your long-term future. I think Austin Reeves is the number two to what, I think Austin Reeves is what LeBron is right now because Austin Reeves is currently out and injured and can't play. But
I don't think you can win with that backcourt the way they defend.
Can they win with the backcourt right now?
No, I've told you that yesterday.
Right.
That multiple times over. But my point is this. Unless they find three other guys that can defend, or at least two other guys that can defend behind them at a high level, then you're never going to be able to win a championship, in my estimation, with the roster being defensively deficient.
Mm-hmm. So the Lakers can offer Austin Reeves when his maximum.
But they got to wait. Actually, they can't do it now because it's not. They're not going to be able to make. They're not going to be able to get maximum value for Austin Reeves with his current contract anyway.
No. So when they can offer him a contract, they can offer him 5 years, $241 million. So,
correct.
Which is basically the same thing that LeBron has right now. So LeBron's money would come off the books, and you're giving that exact same money to Austin. Is that the right move for the Lakers?
I mean, is Austin Reeves a $50 million player in your opinion?
No, he's not.
Okay, well, then you've answered your own question.
Right. No. So I'm asking.
Not?
It's more for Cappy.
Why is he not? You know why he's not? I'll tell you why. Because number one, I think people always have these kinds of perceptions. I would compare it. Let me give you an example. I'll compare it to Brock Purdy. Okay.
You're not going to say because he's undrafted and all that stuff.
Yes, I think people have this perception of him that, hey, look, when you're not a drafted guy and you kind of made it and you kind of got a little lucky and then you got better and LeBron accepted you and LeBron hyped you and he cultivated you, et cetera, et cetera. It's like, wow, this guy went from being an undrafted player to now all of a sudden, hey, at $13 million or $16 million, you're like, wow, he went from very little money to how's he going to perform when he makes some money? And I think he's outperformed the money that he's currently making. And then you're like, wow, that's a huge jump to make LeBron kind of money. I'll just make a quick comparison. Brock Purdy, same thing. He's the last pick of the draft.
Did he go to the Super Bowl?
Yes, I know. No, but you're missing what I'm saying.
I am missing what you're saying.
Yeah, hold on. Let me make it. So when you're Brock Purdy and people are talking about paying you $50+ million as a starting quarterback, there were tons of people going, he's not a $50 million quarterback. Well, to your point, he did go to a Super Bowl. And so, yeah, but
there's only 32 quarterbacks.
I know, but I'm just telling you the perception of certain
I don't
players.
Like the comp.
No, it's a very good comp. And by the way, my boy Sedano told me that you don't know anything about sports. So that's
Evan Cohen called me yesterday to tell me I know a lot about sports.
Just Sedano.
All right, derailment.
Trudell told me the same thing last night, but I blame Sedano.
Topic integrity, Cap.
Yeah.
Why are you bringing up football? What are you, DeMarco? You can't do a conversation about basketball?
Because it's a good comp. That's why. It's a very good comp.
Cappy, do you think that Austin Reeves is the second best player on a championship-winning team?
I think he's the second best player on the Lakers.
No. Championship-winning
Answer his
team.
question.
Yeah,
don't derail.
Well, which championship team?
So,
He's saying,
do you think he
in
can
general.
be the? Do you think he can be the second best player on a championship-winning team?
Sure, why not?
So then you would give him the 241.
Yeah, no,
because I don't think he can. He's the third best player on a championship-winning team.
Which one?
So
Get him, Berkey.
It's
Get him.
the idea of which, like, Luka's obviously the one and LeBron's 2, and he's the third best player.
Okay.
So the three of them combined, if they can get some defense, can possibly get you there. But if he is going to take that LeBron-type money, $50 million, he's not the second best player, especially with those two that don't play defense, either one of them in the backcourt. I don't think he can be that second best player. You need somebody else for that $50 million.
Okay, but everything you're talking about is hypothetical. You're asking a question: could he be the number 2 on a championship
yes, it is,
team?
It's
I don't
hypothetical because it
I don't
is
know.
a.
Can Luka be the number 1 on a championship team?
Yes, he can.
Has he done that?
He took a team to the finals.
Right. But did they win a championship?
No, he went.
No, but he took a team to the finals.
Okay,
That's enough. That's enough to believe he can. Yes.
Okay. Well, I mean, listen. All I'm saying is this: it's hypothetical.
Rich Paul said the same thing.
What
He
does
said
sports radio is hypothetical?
He said he didn't think. Yeah, exactly. That's what we do. We deal in all hypotheticals.
Okay, so my answer is yes. Your answer is no.
Right. So, to Sedano's point, I think Jaren Jackson Jr. Now, obviously, I don't know if he's a $50 million. He's also 26 and a Defensive Player of the Year. That fits the mold of what should be here with the Lakers more than possibly than what Austin would bring.
If you had Jaren Jackson Jr. on this team right now, you would be better positioned to be a contender.
He fits more into what Dallas put around Luka, where you
Correct.
have bigs that shoot three and play defense and hide his defensive abilities.
By the way, side note, speaking of Dallas, how they feel right now, not about Luka leaving, how do they feel about getting Anthony Davis? I mean, come on. Like we didn't know that he was going to be hurt all the time.
From the beginning, that didn't make a ton of sense. Why do you think people were up in arms that trade happened that way?
Of course, because everybody knew
the reaction to that thing.
It was not going to be long before Anthony Davis was hurt. And by the way, he got hurt like immediately when he got down there. And now here he is again, and he won't be seen or heard from in a very long time.
He also didn't come in the best shape this year either.
Mm-hmm. Look, I'm still high on Austin Reeves. I understand what you're
saying.
saying.
By the way, we're not down on Austin Reeves
at all.
This is about making a business decision. Like, this is about how the team has to be constructed around Luka Doncic. You have committed to Luka Doncic being your best player.
Mm-hmm.
If you look at that Dallas team, Kyrie, say what you want, competes on defense. Austin competes on defense. I'm not besmirching it, but the rest of that team around them was absolutely a bunch of dogs defensively. Okay? I know you like that word, Kevin.
I do.
Right. Those guys got all up in you. You know what I'm saying? So, this team doesn't have any of that for the most part.
Not sure trading Austin Reeves gets you a whole bunch of dogs.
7:44, the Sedano and Kap Morning Show on a Wednesday. A wacky Wednesday, but also a windy Wednesday. Brian Windhorst will join us in the 8 a.m. hour. But, guys, let's talk about our friends at Prize Picks.
Listen, you want sports action in the state of California? Prize Picks is the place to be. Download the Prize Picks app. Use the promo code KAPPY, K-A-P-P-Y. Your first $5 lineup gets you a $50 lineup bonus, okay? And it's simple to play Prize Picks. It's more, it's less. In basketball, you could go more or less on points, on rebounds, on assists, and you bundle a couple of players together. Doesn't even have to be in the same sport. You can win cold, hard cash.
I have breaking news. That's right, I have breaking news. You ready for this, George?
Yeah.
I won last night on Prize Picks.
Oh, the Italian Stallion's not going to be happy.
I won finally on Prize Picks last night. I took Giannis on the Taco Tuesday discount to score more than 22.5 points. He scored 25.
Yeah.
And I took Luka last night under the assumption that he wasn't even going to play. And then he played, and he was dropping bombs, but it was LeBron's night. And Luka, thankfully, went less than 53.5 points, rebounds, and assists. He had 44. They didn't need any more from him. I was screaming at the TV, get him off the floor before he blows my Prize Picks. A $20 power play turned into $60. I'm back on the winning side, baby. I am back. So download that Prize Picks app. Use our code KAPPY, K-A-P-P-Y. Make your first $5 lineup. Get $50 in lineups instantly. And, George, I am back on Prize Picks.
Prize Picks. It's good to be right, Cappy.
Sure is.
7:45. By the way, join DeMarco Farr and Sua Cravens. Oh, Sua! Live today from 3 to 6 p.m. at Sleep Number in Torrance, right there on PCH, right underneath DeMarco Farr's compound. Win tickets to the next Rams game at SoFi. Hang out with Rampage and the Rams cheerleaders. You can get in bed with Rampage if you want. Plus a special meet and greet with Rams legend Vince Ferragamo. Well, it's a mattress store.
I know. You can get in bed with Vince.
Yesterday we had Sua on the air. DeMarco was talking about him taking off his shirt and sliding in the sheets. Laura said she was going to oil him up.
What?
Powered by Sleep Number, your comfort, your choice. The Sedano and Kap Morning Show. You got a sassy tease?
Sedano? A new bed. That's my tease. How do I get a new bed?
Show up today at Sleep Number. I'm sure we can take care of you.
I don't think I can get there from Philly very quickly.
Just fly from Philly on the Craig Karmazin jet.
Yeah.
Anyway.
All right.
I want to go,
coming
too.
up next, I have an Olympic update.
Okay.
And also, there are more Lakers rumors that we want to get to throughout the show. And don't forget, Brian Windhorst is going to stop by in the 8 o'clock hour.
Exactly. A windy Wednesday. The Sedano and Kap Morning Show. We're back in 3 minutes from right now.
The Sedano and Kap Morning Show.
With America's best lineup of hybrids from Hyundai, you get the best of both worlds. Like the reliable and efficient Tucson Hybrid, backed by America's best warranty. The Hyundai Tucson Hybrid. It's the best of both worlds.
Now, lease a Hyundai Tucson for $269 a month or get 0.99% APR financing for 60 months. See your SoCal Hyundai dealer. Offers end February 2nd. Call 714-568-7676 for details.
At Uline, they know going the extra mile takes hard work. For companies pushing to go further, Uline will go the distance with you. 24/7, they answer the phone to get you the shipping and industrial supplies you need. Business can move fast. Unexpected large orders, adverse weather, new safety guidelines, and changing economic trends. Uline works hard keeping 41,000 items ready to ship, minimizing detours on your way to the extra mile. Visit uline.com.
For a century, the Genesis Invitational has stood as one of golf's greatest stages, where the game's legends make their mark and history is written.
It's official. The round that will long be remembered. Oh, yes! Ludwig Oberg.
February 19th through 22nd, celebrate 100 years of championship golf. Experience the drama, the tradition, and the moments that define the Genesis Invitational. Get your tickets now at genesisinvitational.com.
Good Karma Brands is proud to be an equal opportunity employer, providing equal employment, development, and advancement opportunities to all teammates and applicants. To learn more about careers with us, please send an email to talentacquisition@goodkarmabrands.com. That's talentacquisition@goodkarmabrands.com.
My name is Whitney Allen. I am a widow. My husband, Ryan, died. We never thought in a million years we'd have to use life insurance. The unexpected happened. With Ethos, it is so fast and easy. It's 100% online. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. No medical exams, and you can get up to $3 million worth of coverage through Ethos.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/game. That's ETHOS.com/game.
Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
Hey, fans! Welcome back to Fansville's Cheers and Tears. Oh. Okay, so like everybody deals with losing, right? To a rival on a last-second field goal. Whatever, it's fine. I'm totally fine. But I cope with losing with an ice-cold Dr. Pepper. Those 23 flavors are like so delicious. They totally wash away the pain of your college football team taking a big fat L. College football, it's a pepper thing.
Mornings on ESPN LA will never be the same.
Don't get dismissive with me. I'm asking you a question.
Okay. Wow, don't get dismissive with my boy Sedano today, Bergman.
Sedano and Kap have taken over Morning Drive.
I'm going to get upset.
Back to the guys.
Good morning, 7:50. The Sedano and Kap Morning Show on a wacky Wednesday, a windy Wednesday. Cappy on this day in 1967. Sonny and Cher released the single "The Beat Goes On," Jack. Not the Jack part, just "The Beat Goes On."
Oh, it's not called "The Beat Goes On,"
No,
Jack?
I added the Jack.
Oh, got it.
You know.
Remember what I said last week about Cher?
Yeah, I know. You still think Cher's hot at 85?
She's still freaking hot,
She
man.
is.
Weirdly hot.
Weirdly hot.
She's weirdly hot.
Right.
Maybe it's 'cause
Weirdly
I-
was the thing that kind of also took us aback.
Maybe it's because what was the name of that one song where she's on the boat
Do
and
you believe in life after love?
Is that what it is? Where she's wearing like the black pantyhose or whatever,
and the whole.
Come on, the kids are not in school yet.
Well, pantyhose is a
Pantyhose
bad
isn't
thing.
a bad word.
That's
I
not.
mean,
That's not.
Yeah, but you know
yeah.
where,
Come on,
if
you
Cappy
guys say
mentions
much worse.
if Cappy mentions pantyhose, you know where he's going
Well, I
next.
mean,
Where the
whole-
next step is.
Yeah,
the whole
exactly.
getup, right?
Yeah, exactly.
You know what
the
I
whole
mean?
getup.
The whole thing.
Yeah.
You know.
Meanwhile, also today is Dress Up Your Pet Day.
Oh, really?
Oh.
Otis the bunny, she doesn't like to be dressed up as things.
You've tried?
Stephanie tried. Doesn't work.
Try to dress
We
her
had
up
a-
like Cher, huh?
We had a black hoodie with his. That's funny.
That was a good one. That was a good one. That one got me.
That's funny.
George,
You
did
dress
get-
up Jack, Cappy?
Yeah.
So, yes, this is terrible, actually. Somebody got Jack one of these, like, doggy coats, right? Like,
Yeah.
you put them on, you keep him warm when he goes outside.
Is it like a coat or like a hoodie?
It's kind of like a hoodie, you know?
Yeah.
The
Because
only
we have a hoodie for Benny. It's a black one that says security.
Okay.
I just got one for Chewy that's a black one. It says "bad to the bone" with like crossbones on it.
Unfortunately, Jack went outside wearing this hoodie, and then he made it duty, you know?
Oh, so
Well, they're
you had to
designs-
toss the hoodie at that
And
point.
the
There's no
fr-
way you're cleaning it.
Right.
Like
no.
father, like son.
Wait.
Right.
They make those in a way so like that they don't duty on them.
I think we may have put it on wrong.
Clearly.
And then
Yes.
the duty was everywhere. You know what I
Okay.
mean? And it was just a giant freaking duty mess. You know? Hey, by the way, speaking of dogs, one quick second. Last night I'm at the Laker game, right?
Yeah.
There are 18,000 people last night at the Laker game, and one lady walking her dog on a leash inside the arena. And she doesn't have anything that identifies the dog as a, what do they call those?
service animal.
Service.
You don't
nothing.
need to. That's
You don't
not-
need to in
Yeah.
California anymore.
I got to be honest with you guys. I was like, girl, what are you doing?
Leave her alone.
No, I love dogs, but honestly, like your dog at the game, come on, girl.
Wait,
really?
really quick before we get off of the dog subject, George was at that NBA. What was it called again, George? The marketing
Sales
summit.
and marketing conference.
Yeah,
meeting,
he ended
whatever
up
they
on
have
Adam
annual.
Silver's IG.
Yes, yeah. Adam Silver posted a photo with George Sedano at the
Wasn't
Chewy thing.
Yeah, and what was the guy's name, George, the dude from
Sumit
Chewy?
Singh, the CEO
Yeah.
of Chewy.
Yeah, that's big time,
The-
man.
I mean,
Yeah,
that's
Pet
big
awesome.
to be on Adam Silver's Instagram.
Yeah, it's huge.
I did not know. The person who told me was Mike Trudell.
Oh, really?
I hadn't seen it.
Oh.
Trudell's a social media maven.
Trudell looking sharp last night in the three-piece.
You
Yeah, I
don't,
ripped
you
him
don't
for it.
follow Adam Silver, Sedano?
I do, but I'm not always scrolling through Instagram. Like I didn't have any time.
He didn't tag you in it?
He did not tag me in it.
See, that's
he didn't
rude.
tag.
That's
he
It
didn't-
is
rude,
kind of
Adam.
rude. He should have invited
He
him to
didn't-
collab.
Well, but I don't think he. That's funny. I don't think he tagged Sarah Kustok either, who hosted the morning session, who works for the Nets. But yeah, so it's he just posted the picture of her doing her session and me chatting up the other gentleman later.
That was a cool move though. That was like, good flex.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I had no idea until Mike sent it my way. So
Pretty damn cool, though.
I know
But it
we-
would have been better with a tag.
I did have a nice chat with Adam. It was nice when he came over before we right when that picture that's up now.
Mm-hmm.
When I met with Sumit, Adam came over and chatted us up, and he said, "You're in great hands with George." And Adam is a big fan. I've talked to him in the past.
He brought it
multiple
in
times.
clearly, right?
Obviously.
Do you think
No,
Adam
Adam
Nope.
is not a. I don't know. I feel weird bringing it in with the commissioners. Just
He
not my
doesn't
thing.
seem very touchy. He doesn't seem like a touchy guy.
You guys
he a
were
fist
close
bump guy?
in the
David
photo.
Stern was a
No,
bring
it was
it in.
a handshake.
No, but it looked
David
like-
Stern was not a bring it in.
Oh,
guy
he seems
at
like he'd
all.
give you a kiss on both
Oh,
cheeks.
Oh, yeah.
No,
David Stern, you got to say, come here, Bubba. Come here.
No,
Come here, Bubby.
David Stern once patted me on the head.
Oh. Hey, little boy. Hey,
Yeah.
little man.
And I was a little boy back then. Like,
Yeah.
I was probably like 23 or 22. So
Do you think Adam Silver looks at his stats on Instagram? Who looks at his pictures? Who doesn't? Who looks at his
Who likes
stories?
his stuff?
Yeah,
I'm
right.
guessing he's got someone that does his social media.
I think he does because he's looking like, hey, did George Sedano watch this story that has him in it?
Well, whoever's doing his social media should tag and invite for a collab.
Listen, I know we teased a few things, but I want to keep top of the hour integrity
Thank
with
you.
Sedano.
Yes. When is Windy on?
Wendy's here, and we want to get him in right at 8 o'clock.
Let's do
So
it right
that's
away.
why-
Let's get into it.
Yeah, that's why I'm doing top of the hour integrity. I'm trying to get through it, but everyone just keeps jumping on me. So, anyway, let me tell you about my friends.
I'm going to go jump right on you.
Keep doing it. No, we just get longer. That's good. Let me tell you about my friends at Felix Chevrolet, home of the Big Cat. Right there on Figueroa, across from USC, you see the Big Cat looking down on Fig. If you're watching on YouTube, you see my Felix Chevrolet hat. You see the Felix Chevrolet jacket. Let me take a sip from my Felix Chevrolet coffee mug. Oh, beautiful, man. Today, Kobe Walsh, our friend, and I are going to go see Nikki D, the general manager. I'm going to say, Nikki D, let me go pet that Big Cat. and he's going to show me all the brand new Corvettes because Cappy wants a brand new Corvette. Even though Rachel doesn't want him to have one, I'm going to pick out Cappy's new Corvette today at Felix Chevrolet. They've been doing it since 1921. Get out of here, Cappy. Get out of here. Felix Chevrolet, I'm picking out that Corvette for you today.
I'm jumping on you.
You scumbag. Felix Chevrolet in the city of Los Angeles. I'll be there today to pet the big cat and see Nikki D. Brian Windhorst, a windy Wednesday, joins us in 4 minutes right now on ESPN LA.
This is the Sedano and Kap Morning Show.
It's Bethel Duran, and it's time to celebrate the new year with a new truck from Northridge and Windhorst Toyota. Right now, lease a brand new 2025 Toyota Tacoma for just $84 a month for 36 months plus tax. And if you're thinking about a trade-in, your current ride could be worth more than you think. Northridge Toyota, Windhorst Toyota, they make it easy.
Tacoma model 7162G, VIN number 3TYJDAHN 1ST037657. Lease excludes tax, title, license, registration fees, dealer options, and charges. $59.95 due at signing, $84 per month. Offer expires 1/31/2026.
Are you ready?
Movies are a place of dreams, and this year, Song Sung Blue captures that spirit like no other. Based on a true story, the New York Times raves it is exactly the movie we need right now.
If you're there with me, I am not afraid anymore.
And now Kate Hudson is an Actor Award nominee for Best Actress in the Best Picture of the Year, Song Sung Blue. From Focus Features, rated PG-13, may be inappropriate for children under 13, now playing only in theaters.
Want to sell your home because you're downsizing? Call Seller's Advantage. Want to sell the home that you've inherited? Call Seller's Advantage. Want to sell your home and take advantage of your equity? Call Seller's Advantage. No matter what your reason for selling, Seller's Advantage will make you a competitive cash offer and can close in as little as days or as long as you need. Don't worry about the condition of your home. You don't need to pay for costly repairs because they buy as is. Seller's Advantage has been buying homes for over 20 years, focusing on helping sellers get the highest offer possible without having to get it ready for the market or deal with agents or pay commissions. They make selling easy and painless. They'll even offer you a $20,000 advance for moving and other expenses. If it's time to sell your home, call Seller's Advantage for a no-obligation offer. Call 888-390-AS-IS, 888-390-AS-IS, 888-397-2747, or visit sellersadvantage.com.
DRE number 01961658.
Don't worry, sell happy with Seller's Advantage.
Herbert. One briefcase, one moment could change everything. Yamava Resort and Casino at San Manuel is giving you a chance to own your destiny in 2026. Play throughout the month of January, and on January 28th, one Club Serrano member will win the case, and with it, a finale spot in any 2026 promotion, plus $400,000. Which destiny will you choose? It's all happening at Yamava Resort and Casino, celebrating its 40th anniversary. You in? Details at yamava.com. Must be 21 to win. Please gamble responsibly.
Hey guys, it's a new year, new benefits, and if you're wondering how to actually get the most out of your new benefits, it's VisionWorks, it's Cappy, and I know you've been putting off your annual eye exam. I got you covered, VisionWorks. And right now, VisionWorks is offering a BOGO on glasses, so you can use that tax return for something you actually need and walk out with 2 new pairs. Quick scheduling, great doctors, and tons of frames to choose from. No stress, no pressure, just better vision to start the year. So do your eyes a favor. Head to one of the 7 VisionWorks and see the difference.
Progressive knows there's no one more important to your team than your pet. They're like your top draft pick.
And it looks like Chuck has selected Pepper the Corgi. Bold pick there, Deborah.
Yeah, Rich, Pepper has a high ceiling for sure, but he does have a tendency to bark at every tree.
Yeah, he brings a lot to the table, but also takes a lot off of it, especially when it's been left near the edge.
Nothing left to do now but suit him up for the dog park.
Protect your top draft pick from injury and illness with Progressive Pet Insurance. Get a quote at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and third-party insurers. Not available in all states or situations. Covered subject to policy terms.
Rich Eisen here. Hiring for your small business can feel like a full-time job, but LinkedIn Jobs AI Assistant takes the heavy lifting out of it. It filters applicants based on the criteria you set and suggests 25 great fit candidates daily, so you can invite them to apply and keep things moving. Hire right the first time. Post your job for free at linkedin.com/Eisen, then promote it to use LinkedIn Jobs' new AI Assistant, making it easier and faster to find top candidates. That's linkedin.com/Eisen to post your job for free. Terms and conditions apply. Then promote it to use LinkedIn Jobs' new AI Assistant, making it easier and faster to find top candidates. That's linkedin.com/Eisen to post your job for free. Terms and conditions apply.
You're hanging out with the Sedano and Kap Morning Show.
By the way, speaking of tap it, go tap the like button, you mongrels.
Yeah, tap that like button, mongrels.
Let's go.
More Sedano and Kap right now.
8 o'clock. On the Sedano Kap Morning Show, 710 ESPN, KSPN Los Angeles, a Good Karma Brands radio station. On this day in 2006, Cappy, the number one hit, D4L.
Yeah.
Laffy Taffy. By the way, is D4L stand for Down for Love, Jorge?
Down for life.
Oh, Down for Life, homie.
Down for life, homeboy.
Down for life, yo. Yeah.
Hey, what's up, home?
Exactly right. Also, it is a windy Wednesday. My Columbo brother, the great Brian Windhorst, now in studio with us. Good morning, Windy.
Underrated episode I saw recently about with the Irish guy with the ship and the guns.
So I never liked that because back in the day, like 20 years ago in syndication, way back when, they ran that one all the time because it was a longer one, so it fit a block. And I just got burned out on it.
May every man be paid in full.
Yeah. It's a good one, but it's a burned out one to me.
I haven't seen it in a while, so
there
I
you go.
respect it. I respect it.
And that was the final Columbo of that first 70s part. It was the final one in season 7.
I'm learning. This is so valuable. We could go on for an hour. I mean, everybody would be asleep, but
not you and I.
Yeah.
Hey, I have a question for you. Is Columbo something that is on, like, what channel do you guys, or what network?
I watch it on Peacock.
Yeah, it's on Peacock.
Okay, so it is all on demand.
I own every episode on Apple TV, and now they have a Columbo channel on the Pluto app that just runs Columbo all day long.
No way.
It's very comforting, Cap. Like it's about just being comforted. You're on a flight. The airline that I fly, the Wi-Fi only works half the time, so it's comforting.
You should get on Air Sedano. He's got good Wi-Fi. he got really good.
Speak to him about that.
All right, George, you ready? Here goes. Listen.
Yeah.
So for Morales and for Wendy, it's Columbo. That's their comfort food of shows, right?
Yeah.
If you had to have a default, old school, I can always fall back on this show.
Oh, Parks and Rec.
Oh, Parks and Rec. Yeah. For me, it's always Curb Your Enthusiasm.
Oh, absolutely.
I'll go back to the beginning of Curb Your Enthusiasm.
Absolutely. I mean, I would, it depends on what kind of mood you're in. Columbo is not exactly a lot of laughs, but no, I agree. And, but I will say this, like, I have retired, I was a big Seinfeld guy. I have retired ever referencing Seinfeld because my listeners and viewers, a lot of them don't have any clue what I'm talking about.
Oh, because
I feel like we're heading there with Curb.
Oh, yeah, like because the younger kids don't know it?
Yeah, I mean, like, because Curb was on for 20 years, and some of the references could go 20 years ago.
Yeah.
You lose them.
Yeah, it's hard to believe it's been 20 years, seriously. Like, I look at those early episodes and I go, wow, look how different Larry looks back then.
Well, and how different just the visual looks, like the way the filming looks. So, Brian, I actually want Cappy to start here because, Cappy, you posed a question to me, and I want you to pose it to Brian about Rich Paul's podcast and Laker ownership.
Well, here's what I said. Wendy, you tell me what you think. There's been a lot of reporting recently that inside the Laker organization, people are not happy with this Rich Paul podcast for a variety of reasons, whether it's questioning the Lakers' championship abilities or whether it's suggesting trades with current players. It would stand to reason that people would not be happy with that. My suggestion to George was that if Jeannie Buss were still very much in control, and you can call her the governor, but in control of ownership purely, there was a relationship there between Clutch and Jeannie, between Rich and Jeannie. My suggestion is if she's still in her position of power, he may not be saying these things. What do you say to that?
Well, before you answer, Brian, did you just 6'7" Rich and Jeannie there with your hands?
I did kind of give it a little bit of a 6'7" sort of a thing right there. The Steelers game against Houston at halftime, the score was 6-7.
Can you imagine? If you walked up to Jeannie right now and said, "Scale of 1 to 10, what would you say the Rich Paul and Max Kellerman podcast is?" She might say 6. Wouldn't it be amazing if the Lakers were happy? Like, wouldn't it like? Oh man, I heard a rumor the Lakers were very happy that Rich is talking about trading players. I have to say, I didn't. I was at the game last night, but I didn't actually see Rich. He was being monopolized by Austin's agent.
Oh, no way, really?
Yeah.
I didn't see that.
Well, yeah, I mean, Dave McMenamin reported about it.
Oh, I didn't see it.
One of Austin's has a couple agents. One of his agents came up to Rich at halftime.
Okay. Hey, man, let me talk to you.
That's what happened. I mean, it's on ESPN right now. Yeah, he had some words with him. I don't know exactly what he said.
God, anybody got video of that?
I don't know if anybody. I'm sure people have video.
Because I would love to see did it get animated.
I don't think it got animated.
Okay.
I saw it from afar, but I had to rewind the podcast because I thought Rich dropped this amazing line in the middle of this talking about he's basically suggesting that the Lakers trade for Jaren Jackson and Gigi Jackson, who's like a young wing. And he's like, yeah, Jackson and Jackson Associates. And I was like, wait a minute, what? I was like, what? I was like, Rich just like, coined a moniker there. Yeah, of course the Lakers can't be thrilled about it. And this is a completely unique situation. Like, I remember I was talking to Rich about the idea last summer. It was in the planning for a while. And it's kind of a fascinating idea that a active agent representing like dozens of players in the league. I said to him, I go, well, what kind of podcast is this going to be? Like, because you can do a ton of different podcasts. We could do a podcast about Colombo. And, we're not going to talk about the trade deadline. And people wouldn't listen to it, but I could say I had a podcast, And so he's like, yeah, no, we're going to talk about active things. And so not only is Rich talking about active things, he's talking about his own clients. He's talking about, he's actively analyzing teams. And this is a completely unique thing that we've never seen before. Over the summer, Jonathan Kuminga's agent came on to my podcast in the midst of a bloody contract negotiation with the Warriors and talked about the negotiation in real time. And that was something that is very rare. And so these agents are taking steps into media, and it's going to be uncomfortable. Now, we can debate about whether or not it's a good move for Rich, but it's certainly a unique move. But it was pretty unique a couple years ago when LeBron and J.J. Redick started a podcast in the middle of the season and started analyzing and talking about the Lakers. I will say this. I can understand why the Lakers are not happy about it, especially 3 weeks before the trade deadline, that Rich is talking about players they should be traded. But that's kind of the direction we've been going in for a while.
Yeah, it just seems like everybody in George
But I get your point, Cappy.
Yeah.
Do I think the Lakers are as close with Rich Paul as they were a few years ago? Clearly not.
But I also don't believe that Rich wouldn't be doing a podcast, which was the implication, if Jeannie was still the majority owner. I don't think that has one to do with the other.
George. I think if you look at what Rich has done in his career, if you look at the business that he's built, his business is, I don't want to assume, but recently some agencies have sold. I think Rich's Clutch Sports business is probably worth 9 figures.
Yes.
And if you look at the stuff that he's done to expand his brand, you can say he shouldn't be doing that. That's an opinion, and that may even be opinion that a lot of people would agree with. And then you look at the growth of, what Rich Paul is and what Clutch Sports is. 7 years ago, you wouldn't know what Clutch Sports was. Now, if you saw the logo, people in the stands would know what you're talking about, almost like it was a player logo.
Yeah.
So you can say that he shouldn't be doing it, but he's got a strategy he's been following, and he's had a lot of success.
Right.
Yeah, George,
that's
maybe
my point, is that it wouldn't matter if Jeannie was still in charge.
Oh, you're saying it wouldn't matter?
Right.
I agree with you, George.
Yeah.
Sorry, I misunderstood.
But let me just clarify the implication to use your word, George. It's not that he wouldn't be doing the podcast. It's that he might not be talking as candidly about the Lakers and LeBron in the podcast if Jeannie were still in the partnership that she was in with Rich. By the way, nobody hid the relationship. They called it a partnership. There were plenty of interviews that I've seen on television, not podcast, but TV, where Jeannie's sitting there and Rich Paul's sitting there, and they're talking about their partnership, their relationship. So I'm implying that if Jeannie were still in total control and had the organization not been sold, Rich might not be talking this candidly about it.
I think the relationship had already distanced before the sale.
What do you think the reason is for that?
I think things have moved on. The way the Lakers operate with Clutch is different than it was 4 years ago.
What is the difference?
I think they're less invested in working together.
The Lakers or Clutch or both?
I don't want to point one finger at the other, but I think it's I don't think it's a controversial statement. I think it's very clear that at one time they worked together very closely, and they don't anymore. And you can debate about whether or not that has to do with the fact that the franchise player changed, that LeBron, got older, that partnership didn't always yield the results that they had hoped. There's probably a lot of things that are involved in there. I don't think it's an animus relationship. I just think that at one time, Rich was working alongside the Lakers as closer than any agent with any team in the league, and that's just not the case anymore.
Yeah, basically similar to the Knicks had a similar setup with CAA because of Leon Rose, but
it's not. This is because Rich is more of a lightning rod and more high profile. and
Sure.
because it's the Lakers, it was more up there. But like agents have operated close to organizations, George, as you know, for
Forever.
decades. I mean, there was one time the late Dan Fagan, who was one of the sharks of the industry for 20 years before he died in a tragic car accident. He like had 6 or 7 members of the Denver Nuggets at one time. Now, it wasn't on a topic on major media markets like this because it was Denver, but what he's doing isn't any, and Dan Fagan didn't have a Twitter account or a podcast, so it's not the same profile, but it's not like Rich, certainly David
He didn't
Falk.
invent the playbook.
Exactly.
Right.
He may have adjusted it, and he's done well with it in a lot of ways, but no, it wasn't his idea.
So, Brian, let me ask you this. So, the stuff he threw out, I mean, look, obviously money aside, because that deal doesn't work that he created on his podcast with him and Max. But I would argue, because, and again, I'm not trying to pick on Jovan, because on his podcast he said he doesn't believe that Jaren Jackson Jr. is a better player than Austin Reeves, that he would believe that Memphis would have to give more. I would push back on that. I know that Jaren Jackson Jr. is having a down year, but I feel like everybody in Memphis is having a down year because the place is a mess right now. But Jaren Jackson Jr. to me is exactly the type of player that the Lakers would need. Amongst other things, they would need guys to defend the perimeter as well. But that's the type of player that the franchise would want around their star player in Luka Doncic, more so, in my opinion, than someone like Austin Reeves.
Okay, so we can debate about whether Rich Paul should be offering these opinions in his role, in his main job in media, but do we really disagree with these sentiments?
No.
Like, when a team is 26th in defense and 30th in three-point shooting, although they probably moved up last night, they finally hit some threes.
Mm-hmm.
Do you look at that team and say that's a championship contender? And not only that, but in a conference with Oklahoma City and Denver, I give the Lakers a puncher's chance with two all-time great players in a series, I guess. But can they win 4 series? Is saying that a team that's 26 in defense is not going to win 4 series, is that controversial?
Very controversial. Wow.
No,
it's surprising an agent would say it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
right.
If you look at the Lakers and you say maybe you shouldn't have $120 million or whatever, maybe $110 million invested in perimeter ball handlers when the cap is 150, maybe you shouldn't have 70% of your cap invested in guys who are not good defenders who all need the ball on the perimeter, and that maybe you could balance your spending out with a player that is a rim protecting shot blocker who can also score and rebound. Well, he's not a great rebounder, but that's not a controversial take.
Mm-hmm.
Correct.
You wouldn't look at that and say, how could you possibly say that? If you said, the Lakers should consider trading Austin Reeves for Jaren Jackson, regardless of the value proposition, that's not a ridiculous take. That's a analysis take. The only reason that it's controversial is because he's a sitting agent.
Of course.
His viewpoint is not off. And frankly, what he's discussing about Jaren Jackson is something that's being discussed in the league a lot right now, because people are saying, well, if the Grizzlies have sold Desmond Bane for draft picks, which is what they did, and they're going to sell Ja Morant likely for cap relief, which is probably where this is headed. Maybe they squeeze a young player or halfway decent draft pick out of it, but they're not going to get a premium package for that. It's basically going to be if they sold their other 2 stars, wouldn't they sell their 3rd star? And that is a conversation. So if you're looking at if you're overloaded on perimeter guys who don't defend, and you need a big man to defend, I could say, oh yeah, go get Victor Wembanyama, but he's not possibly available. Jaren Jackson is a possibility he might be available. So what Rich is saying is, frankly, a reasoned insider, next level analysis of what's going on in the NBA. It was a good podcast, frankly, and presenting the concept that the Lakers have this mismatched situation right now, which is where they don't know what they should do about LeBron. They don't know what they should do about Austin, that they're not at their best when all 3 of them are playing. And clearly Austin's better when LeBron has been out. And now LeBron's playing better when LeBron's played better when Austin is out, and Austin's played better when LeBron is out. All of that is reasonable. I don't disagree with any of it as a topic.
So
Do you think that Jaren Jackson makes take Austin Reeves, and again, just having this conversation, forget about money and all the intricacies of a trade. If you took Austin Reeves and you took Jaren Jackson and you swapped them, and you have the current Lakers the way they are, how much closer does Jaren Jackson, in your opinion, make the Lakers in terms of winning a championship?
Yeah, I think the Lakers would be a more potent contender if they had Jaren. Now, let me just say, if the Grizzlies made Jaren Jackson available, there would be a number of teams making offers, and I think the Lakers probably would not be able to make that trade in that form.
Correct.
And that it would be a higher price, not because of judging the value of Austin, judging the value of the market. Like Jaren Jackson, even though he's got $200 million left on his contract after this year, which is something to discuss, Jaren Jackson, if he was traded, and I don't know if he will be, I'm just saying that like this is something people in the league are talking about, he would get back more than Anthony Davis or Ja Morant right now for various reasons. But yeah, I mean, if the Lakers got a all-star caliber big man in replace of one of their three sort of duplicate perimeter players, yes, they would be a more potent team. But the Lakers are in this strange situation right now because they love Austin. They don't want to give Austin away. But they're going to have to pay him an enormous amount of money. And so if you have Luka and Austin together, it's going to be difficult to build out your team. And the other thing is, like, let's just say LeBron is not a Laker next year. Let's say he retires. Let's say he goes somewhere else or whatever. Or let's say he signs for let's say he is a Laker and he signs for much less money. The Lakers, with where Austin Reeves' cap hold is, the Lakers can still operate as a team. They can still re-sign Austin and still have $50 million in cap space. Okay? So they can really do some work with that, with retrofitting their team next year. And, like, building it around Luka and picking 2 or 3 players with that money that fit around Luka and potentially fit around Austin and Luka. But they can't improve this roster without probably dipping into that cap space, because what they have to offer are guys with expiring contracts. Their offers to the market are guys who are saying, you know, their players are just okay because the Lakers' role players are just okay, but the value in the market is that their contracts are expiring. So what they would be trading most likely would be players who have money left on their contracts. So they're in this weird spot. Do we make a deal that maybe marginally helps us this year, but eats into
future caps,
the future, what we're going to do next year? And so the middle path on that is, okay, you trade for a player that fits both, that can help you this year and that fits with Luka next year. That's the ideal trade, right? Well, maybe they find that trade, but I'm going to tell you, it's going to be hard to get that player without going into the draft capital. If you just want to use expiring contracts, you're probably not going to find that player. So this is the pathway that Rob Pelinka is on right now and trying to navigate, where he's trying to improve this team right here, but also building around a 26-year-old, not around a 41-year-old. So, and Rich is just analyzing that. And it's a very rich topic, not just on Los Angeles radio, but in the league right now. They're watching the Lakers. So the Rich talking about it, it's actually a very relevant thing that somebody on an NBA podcast would talk about.
But not necessarily the agent for the most high-profile player in the history of the league.
Naturally.
Very interesting.
Yeah. So, Brian, who are some of the guys that you think – because, again, you know, and you and I have talked about this with Cappy the last couple of years, it feels like. And I mentioned it yesterday. Because of the play-in, more and more teams are in it. Less and less teams are willing to part with guys, at least not until the last second, right, that they have to decide. So a lot of these deals, if they are consummated, for the most part, seem to happen closer and closer to the deadline now. But who are some of these teams and guys that not only the Lakers, but teams around the league are eyeing at the moment?
Okay, so let me give you a classic situation of what I'm talking about, the Lakers, okay? So if you look at Cleveland right now, George, you're doing the Cavs tonight, all right? You are in Philly, right, tonight?
Yes.
Okay. The Cavs are having a tough season. They're underachieving. They're just like 3 games over 500. They're at midseason. They're in the second apron. They are deeply, deeply into the text. They're the only second apron team. Right now, they're trying to figure out how they can improve their roster. But they may get to February 3rd, and they may say, it's not happening with this team. And so what we need to do is we need to shed some money to get out of the second apron in the summer so that we can mess with this roster. We can maneuver. Because when you're in the second apron, you can't maneuver. That's the real penalty. So they look at a guy like DeAndre Hunter. DeAndre Hunter is underachieving. He's not having a very good year this year. Okay, no one's going to dispute that. Last year, he was getting votes for sixth man of the year. Last year, when he got traded to the Cavs at midseason, he was a huge part of their team. He's a guy who can defend a little bit on the perimeter, can shoot. He's not shooting it very well this year, but last year shot 43%. This is a guy who the Cavs might say, we're going to just get off of him, and we may be willing to do it just for expiring contracts because we need to get rid of it. So you're the Lakers. Let's say you can get DeAndre Hunter for Maxi Kleber and Gabe Vincent, okay? Because the Cavs realize that they're probably not winning the East this year. And they're not there yet. I want to be clear. This is not a report. But let's just say conceptually.
Don't aggregate him.
Okay? Conceptually, the Cavs will get to a point where, like, well, we got to start shaving off money. And now the Lakers can get a guy who's probably undervalued. They can get a guy for one guy who doesn't play and another guy. Now, I know Gabe had a good game last night, but he's like, what? He's their ninth man?
Mm-hmm.
Let's say they take their ninth man and their 13th man, and they trade those two guys for a guy who last year was the sixth man of the year candidate. Like, value-wise, that trade would be terrific for the Lakers, okay? They could make that deal and be like, what? And by the way, they could probably get away with it without a draft pick. Now, that's not where the Cavs maybe start the negotiations, but they might be able to just do that. That would be, basically, with all due respect to everybody, that would be the poo-poo platter, okay? DeAndre Hunter makes $25 million next year. So you've now, like, that. If they made that deal, depending on how Hunter was playing, because maybe Hunter has a good 3 weeks or maybe Hunter has a bad 3 weeks, but we would be saying, boy, the Lakers are one of the winners of the trade deadline, right? And they get this guy who that night would be able to materially help them athletically, size on the perimeter, all that stuff. And they've better balanced their roster. But now you've got $25 million in cap space next year. So this is what I'm talking about, the difficulty. So we can have a conversation like, should they trade for this guy or should they trade for that guy? Will this guy make them 2 wins better? Will this guy make – but that's not the choice. The choice is, how do you walk the line? Now, by the way, if you thought DeAndre Hunter was like, oh, my God, this guy is going to be a perfect teammate next to Luka. Let's get him and let's extend him. That's not the kind of player he is. But that's also not the type of player you're going to get for Gabe Vincent and Maxi Kleber's expiring contracts. Mm-hmm. So this is what I'm saying. Now, if you want to add 2 first-round picks to that, or a first-round pick and a swap like they were offering for Mark Williams, now the level of player is a lot different. We can have a talk about a whole other level of player. But this is where this is the decision that the Lakers the decision zone that they're in right now.
George,
did you learn anything there, Cappy?
George, I got to be honest with you.
Cappy.
Mind is blown as I'm kind of following all the pieces of the players.
You know what Cappy is right now?
Dollars.
I'm in Philly, right? Remember that meme of Always Sunny in Philadelphia, right? Where the strings are going all the different directions? That's Cappy's mind right now.
Seriously, because I'm trying to follow it all. And if I'm being completely honest, which I
you
like
have no idea what Brian was saying.
Correct.
Well, I'm sad. I was trying to make it. Follow. Was I too much, George?
No, Brian, you were perfect.
You got to dumb
Cappy.
it down, right? No, you were perfect for George, but you got to dumb it down for me and my guys.
We can watch basketball. We can flush it out more. Brian Windhorst will continue with us in just a few minutes here on the Sedano and Kap Morning Show because it's a windy Wednesday, Sedano. But I knock on the hardwood.
Oh yeah.
From our friends at Hernandez Wholesale Flooring.
Yeah, listen, if you need that hardwood, you call Hernandez at 866-62-FLOOR. It's very simple, guys. Family owned. You get that authentic old school TLC, man. It's that simple. These guys are there to help you all day, all night. 866-62-FLOOR. You've heard me talk about all our friends over at Hernandez Wholesale Flooring. Dr. Clapper has bought some of the hardwood over there. Cappy and Rachel for the rental, right? Who was the most recent person that we talked about yesterday?
The Italian Stallion, my uncle.
Italian Stallion. How can I forget? Yeah, of course. So, again, family-owned. Papi Hernandez started it 57 years ago. He's still there making sure that Steven and Carlos are doing it right. Mom's there, aunts, uncles, nephews, nieces, cousins, sisters, you name it. They're all there. Wholesale pricing year-round. And my question to you is this. If you need new floors, why haven't you checked them out yet at 866-62-FLOOR? Look, whatever kind of flooring you're looking for, they have it in stock. They have millions of options to choose from. The hardwood, the laminate, the tile, the vinyl, the carpet, even artificial turf for the outdoor. Waterproof, scratch-proof, kid-proof, whatever you need. Dog-proof. Hernandez Wholesale Flooring has it. The crazy Hernandez brothers will always take care of you. And if you're a first responder, active military, or veteran, you receive additional discounts on top of their ready low prices. And if you find a better price, which I doubt, call Hernandez at 866-62-FLOOR. Tell them your square footage and what someone else is offering you. They'll match it, no questions asked. Just shoot them a call at that number, 866-62-FLOOR, 866-62-FLOOR. Visit their showroom in Commerce, right next to the Commerce Casino off the 5 freeway, or you can go to the OC location in Santa Ana. Check them out on the web, HernandezWholesaleFlooring.net. Hernandez Wholesale Flooring. No games, no gimmicks, just the best price in town year-round, because no sale beats wholesale. Call them at 866-62-FLOOR or on the web at HernandezWholesaleFlooring.net.
Thank you, Sedano. 8:26 in the morning. The Sedano and Kap Morning Show. More of the greatness of Brian Windhorst. It is a windy Wednesday, and we're back in 3 minutes from right now on ESPN LA.
This is the Sedano and Kap Morning Show.
Hey, Laker fans, are you a professional and a parent, a dreamer and a doer? You're an ender, and National University knows that grind. That's why they offer flexible online courses, career-focused programs, and support for students juggling work, family, and everything in between. Whether you're building a career, raising a family, or chasing big goals, National University helps you reach your end game and your end game. Make your move at nu.edu.
Hey guys, it's Sedano. If you're ready to upgrade your driving experience, you gotta go and check out what's happening at Cadillac and their incredible new lineup of state-of-the-art EVs, sedans, and SUVs. And hey, look, there's no better place to experience the luxury of Cadillac than at Cadillac of Beverly Hills. Check out Cadillac of Beverly Hills and their beautiful showroom at 8767 Wilshire Boulevard in Beverly Hills. And check them out on the web at CadillacBeverlyHills.com.
Play your perfect combination at Pechanga Resort Casino. See for yourself what made readers of Newsweek and USA Today name Pechanga the best casino outside of Las Vegas. When you're a guest at Pechanga, you're treated to world-class resort amenities, exceptional entertainment, dining, spa, golf, and of course, 24/7 gaming excitement. The casino floor is huge. 1,100 hotel rooms and suites. It makes Pechanga one of the largest in the country. Just off I-15 in Temecula. Visit Pechanga.com or call this number, 888-PECHANGA for reservations or more info.
Thank you, DeMarco Farr. Speaking of DeMarco Farr, listen to DeMarco and Travis all week for your chance to win Genesis Invitational, the Dream Foursome giveaway. When you hear the cue to call this afternoon, be caller number 7 to win a 4-pack of GA tickets, and you'll be qualified for a chance to golf with Sua Cravens and Travis Rogers. Oh, Sua! At Riviera Country Club. What a place, Riv. More of Brian Windhorst, the Sedano and Kap Morning Show. We're back in 90 seconds from right now. Good morning.
Hey, it's Cap. Inheriting a home can be overwhelming, but Seller's Advantage makes it easy. One customer shared, quote, inheriting a home felt like too much work. Seller's Advantage gave us a reasonable offer, handled everything, and closed in 3 weeks. I highly recommend them. Skip repairs and headaches. Call Seller's Advantage today at 888-390-AS-IS or visit sellersadvantage.com for your free cash offer.
DRE number 01961658.
Don't worry, sell happy with Seller's Advantage.
Hey, fans! Welcome back to Fansville's Cheers and Tears. Oh. Okay, so like everybody deals with losing, right? To a rival on a last-second field goal. Whatever, it's fine. I'm totally fine. But I cope with losing with an ice-cold Dr. Pepper. Those 23 flavors are like so delicious. They totally wash away the pain of your college football team taking a big fat L. College football, it's a pepper thing.
Shop the Sherwin-Williams winter sale and get 30% off paints and stains January 9th through the 19th. Whether you're refreshing your interior or exterior, we've got the colors to bring your vision to life. And with delivery, getting everything to your door is easier than ever. Shop online or visit your neighborhood Sherwin-Williams store. Retail sales only. Some exclusions apply. See store for details. Delivery available on qualifying orders.
Hey, this is Rich Eisen. You're starting your day with the Sedano and Kap Morning Show on ESPN LA. Don't forget my show. The Rich Eisen Show is coming up this morning at 9 on 710 ESPN and the all-new ESPN LA app. Now, back to the Sedano and Kap Morning Show.
8:30. Good morning. The Sedano and Kap Morning Show on a windy Wednesday. Cappy, More of Brian Windhorst in just moments, but Dave Grohl, he turns 57 years old today.
57?
57.
You know, I'm a huge Foo Fighters fan.
Yeah, I know.
Huge fan.
How old will he be in 10 years?
Oh.
Hey.
Oh.
Very nicely done, Wendy. Wow.
Cappy,
Dave
did you
Grohl,
ever
57.
watch Sonic Highways on HBO with Dave Grohl and the Foo Fighters?
No, tell me. What is it?
It's an incredible series from several years ago now. It's probably like 10 years old almost now. They basically went to a bunch of different cities. So like L.A., Nashville, New Orleans, Seattle, D.C., New York, or whatever. And they featured local legends from that area, like historically. And then they would talk to like current bands in that area that are creating the sounds that are native to those particular cities, and then they would perform at the end of each episode in that city. It was pretty cool. Since you're such a big fan, I'm surprised you haven't seen it.
Yeah, I haven't seen it. The last thing I saw of Dave Grohl, other than seeing the Foo Fighters, in concert, is he had a movie a couple of years ago called Studio 666. Did you ever see that, George? You ever heard of that, Brian? Have you ever heard of that?
No, it sounds a little devilish for me.
Well, it was a horror movie, and it was sort of like a horror comedy movie that Dave Grohl had. And what was kind of weird about it is in the movie, his drummer, Taylor Hawkins, actually gets whacked when Dave throws like a cymbal at him and cuts his head in half. Well, it turns out
not to be confused with Sailor Hawkins of Yachtly Crew.
Correct. Well, that's where the name came from. And Taylor Hawkins, unfortunately, died a couple years back. And then what happened is Dave Grohl put on a show at the Forum where he brought out like the biggest names in rock and roll to honor Taylor Hawkins that night. And this is probably, I'm guessing, 2-3 years ago, because Hawkins died in 2022.
Yeah.
So, and I was just stoked to be there. It's sad, but to see all these rockers come together to honor Taylor Hawkins.
Have you ever had a chance
cool.
to be backstage at the Forum?
I've not. No.
I've been to the Forum Club, but not backstage.
Excuse me. I'm sorry. I'm not cool like that.
Wait, you're cooler because you're backstage.
So for decades, all the people, and I'm sure they do this at other venues, but at the one at the Forum is just amazing. Everybody who would perform, they would give them like a little square, like a little canvas, and a lot of them just would sign their autographs and the date. But some of the folks would like draw little doodles and stuff like that, and hung them up over the walls. I mean, it's like a museum. It's like it's like you walk down the halls and you see people from the 70s and 80s and their autographs. But like I remember like Tom Petty did a little doodle of himself smoking a joint and signed it. Cool. I mean that item is worth tens of thousands, of hundreds of thousands of dollars, and there's all stuff like that all over there.
I would love to go back there and see that because I wonder, with Bob Weir dying this week from the Grateful Dead, and now, I mean, the Grateful Dead did such a great job of preparing for life after the dead, right? I mean, by bringing in John Mayer to be their singer, to play that Jerry Garcia role, and now to have Bob Weir die at 78 years old, I wonder what kind of Grateful Dead sort of stuff there might be back there in the Forum.
Yeah, I'm just telling you, it's like there is a gym at Nike where everybody who ever worked out at that gym signed this wall. George, have you ever seen that?
No, I haven't.
So again, it's not something the public would never see. But at Nike, everybody who ever comes through Portland who's like a Nike athlete or teams or whatever, and they come through and they just had this giant wall, and it was like Olympians, NFL players, NBA players, baseball. Like that wall is worth like millions of dollars because it's the unique. It's got Bo Jackson, Tiger Woods, Lance Armstrong, whatever you can imagine. Every Nike athlete ever, and it's signed on this wall. And eventually, I think they had to preserve it because at some point it became more than just a novelty thing. So these little things that that are just sort of hidden, and there's probably 1,000 things that I don't know about, but these cool little behind the scenes things. So anyway, you just mentioned the Forum, and I thought about that.
Yeah. George, you would be very surprised to know that Wendy was schooling me in the commercial break.
Okay, cool.
About all the things that we were talking about, and we were just having such a fascinating conversation about trying. Because look, you guys, you and Wendy understood everything that Wendy said in the last segment. Okay,
but I feel like hold on. Let's go around the room here before we do this. Gregory, did you understand what Brian was saying?
Yes.
Like every
hold on. Lindsay, did you understand what Brian was saying?
Yes.
Christopher, Did you grasp the concepts of what Brian was saying?
Come on, you know he's my Colombo brother, of course.
Briones, did you grasp the concepts of what Brian was saying?
Of course I did.
You guys are all liars.
Parker,
Each paragraph,
can you
his
nod?
eyes
Yes.
glazed over
Parker,
more and
yes
more.
or no?
Yeah, Parker's giving you a thumbs
He's got a
up.
thumbs up.
Yeah.
John's back there
It's
too.
a you
John,
thing.
did you?
Oh, John.
understand?
I didn't realize John was back there.
He's got a thumbs
John.
up.
Cappy,
Brian,
it's a you thing.
Brian, tell George what you told me at the break, though. When I said to you, I said, hey, I'd really like to dig in deeper and get a better understanding of what we were just talking about. And you said,
well, just the NBA has a soft salary cap. So the amount of it, what you asked me is if LeBron retires and he makes $50 million, why doesn't that mean the Lakers have $50 million? Because the NBA is a soft salary cap. And that's one of the things, cap management. I just want you to, there are NBA teams, and the Lakers are not one of them, but there are NBA teams that have entire departments of people whose only job it is to do strategy. Like there's teams that have 3, 4, 5 guys, and they will hire software developers specifically whose job it is to write computer programs to help a team with strategy. Not even to do the strategy, just to be a quant. Okay? And so that's basketball. Now, you can argue, you can say, well, look, I need the guy to hit a three-pointer. I need a coach to drop a play that gets me up 2 points when I'm down 2 with 10 seconds left. Don't tell me about basketball strategy, about the importance of trading the 53rd pick for the 42nd pick and what that should cost you. Don't tell me about that. Don't tell me my expected field goal percentage. I won't even get into that for you, Cappy. But a high-quality professional sports franchise in 2026 has it all. They and really the general manager, I remember getting taught decades ago about how Vegas sets the lines. Okay, the guy who's the handicapper, the guy who sets the lines, he has evaluation people, scouts. He has information people, people that know stuff like that. He has, various other sources of information, and those people never meet each other. The guy at the front of the line gets all of it. He synthesizes it, and he says 5.5. This is the way NBA teams operate. The general manager takes these silos of information and puts them together. And the best teams with this have what I was just describing to you. There are hundreds of people in the NBA whose job it is every day to analyze situations like I just did. That's their full-time job. So this is what it is like. And by the way, the NFL is even more sophisticated because the NFL, you have to deal with managing 53 players.
Oh, right. Yeah.
And a hard cap. When the NBA, there's a whole 100 different ways to get around the hard cap. So in the NFL, the strategy, some NBA people have taken people from the NFL who happen to be, these people have conventions of the strategy wings of companies of teams that I'm talking about.
well, he also said to me at the break, listen, because I said to him, I go, look, I really did not understand all of that in great detail. And he said to me, he goes, but Cap, we're talking at like a doctorate level.
Yeah.
Of
I didn't want to, make it sound like I was talking like I was gassing myself.
I need you to dumb me down a little bit on occasion. And I would just say this. There are plenty of people out there who are like me who don't know all of the intricacies.
Think about it as like furniture in a room. You have a room.
Can you check if the Mongrels understood? Mongrels, can you respond if you understood Windy last segment?
Hey,
Just a simple Y or N. That's it. You
Let's
don't
put
have
up
to
a
do
poll.
anything else.
Parker, can you put up a poll?
Yeah, put up a poll, Parker.
Well, Cappy, think about it like this. You have a room. It's only so big. You can only put so much furniture in it. It's got to be a well-balanced room. You're going to host a party. Do you have 4 couches in there? Do you have 7 easy chairs? You have to balance it. You have to have a couch. You have to have a couple of easy chairs. You have to have an end table. You got to have a bar. Like it's all got to be balanced for the party to come together.
Well, Brian, you're talking to the guy who had to rent a table for Thanksgiving because he didn't have enough chairs.
Yeah, that is fair.
Wait, Lindsay, it gets worse than that.
I know.
I also had to rent plates, glasses,
Yeah.
silverware, tablecloths.
I'm starting to
I didn't have any
understand
of
why
this.
he didn't follow.
Yeah.
It's starting
Now
to
you get it all.
Now I'm
Right.
understanding.
Welcome to our world. Yes.
I mean, I literally had 14 people for Thanksgiving and didn't know what I was going to do.
Yeah.
So I had to have a party rental company come table, chairs, wine glasses, napkins, silverware. I mean, the whole thing, man.
Brian, let's get off Cappy and him understanding what you're saying. Let's pinball a few more questions here to you. what are the Clippers going to do? They have started to play better.
Yeah.
They're just outside, I believe, still just the outside looking in the play-in. I mean, they're kind of pot committed, it feels like. What do they try to do here?
They were a team, George, that probably 2 weeks ago would have been, 3 weeks ago would have been, that's a seller. Like, you might be able to go in there and actually peel some talent out of there, despite the fact they don't control their draft pick. Or they don't even have their draft pick.
Yeah.
And I think that there was some conversations about, like, who could we take out of there? Now I think they're transitioning to maybe Bayer, because they are right on the heels of the play-in. And look, like, do I actually think that I thought the Clippers were going to be a top 4 team, so I probably shouldn't even make analysis. I watched them in the preseason, and
you and I did that game.
I know. And by the way,
we were in the studio where they looked like it was Denver and the Clippers played the greatest preseason half of basketball ever, I think.
And you know what, George? Like, I have talked to NBA executives who watched that game and felt the same way. Like, they looked at the Clippers preseason. I don't think anybody was saying they're going to win the title, but they were saying this is a top 4 or 5 team in the West. They obviously are not. But they can, and so the reality is this: they're probably not going to be a top 16. They'd have to go on some crazy run to be a top 16. But the play-in is their oyster, and here's what I'd say about the Lakers. Like, one thing about the Lakers is LeBron and Luka and Austin and JJ Redick could look you in the eye and say, "Give us whatever seed you want. You want to complain about our defensive ranking. You want to talk about our point differential. You want to say that we're probably not a go play us and beat us 4 out of 7 and see how that goes." That's a reasonable thing to say.
Sure.
Of course I give the Lakers a chance, and I wouldn't pick them over the Thunder, but I give the Lakers a chance against a lot of teams, okay? The Clippers probably feel the same way. They say if Kawhi is playing at a high level and he's fully healthy, and Harden is playing at a high level and Zubac is healthy, we have depth. Like, if we catch fire, the difference between the number 2 or 3 team in the West and the number 8 team in the West is going to be negligible. It is every year. We can do this. And so I do believe you, George, that the Clippers are leaning towards being buyers, and I do think it's being pot committed. And the funny thing about that is that I referred to the Clippers being pot committed with Kawhi like 2 years ago. And I talked about how Ballmer played poker when he was, because pot committed is a poker reference. You've got, even if your hand is shaky, you've got so much in the pot you can't fold. That's why I feel they were with Kawhi. And I wrote a story about that, and Ballmer pulled me aside the next time he saw me. He goes, "Hey, listen, I played chess in college, not poker." I go, "Okay, sorry." So whatever the chess thing is, but yes, George, I think they've been pot committed for a long time with Kawhi, and they keep throwing money into it because they keep giving him contracts.
By the way, I appreciate the definition of pot committed.
Did you know what that was?
Nope.
No way.
Yeah, I didn't. I'm not a poker player.
I'm not a very good one, but I know what it means.
Yeah, I'm not.
I've actually played poker with Brian.
Oh yeah,
and I lost.
Yeah.
George
Andrew
used
Hahn
to host.
Kicked our ass.
George used to host poker all the way back in Miami. George, we played in Miami at your house.
Yeah, back in the day.
George used to host poker nights back before he was a father. Now he can't bring those degenerates into his house.
Usually, the guy who hosts the poker night is bringing suckers to him.
And I took the loss that night. and we played here at didn't we play here at the hotel?
We played at the JW Marriott in your room. Actually,
Yeah.
you had a big fancy room, and we all came to your place.
It was.
I lost. You brought in the suckers.
No,
and
I
you
lost.
Still
I brought in the winners.
He brought in the winners. He did. We were the suckers that day.
Really?
Yeah. Couple more things real quick. The Spurs, how real are they? In the sense of like championship ready?
Good question. I've gotten to the age where I've been around a little long, and so I start to sound annoying, like people that I used to find annoying, where I talk about, I have these sort of rules. And you can obviously point to situations where this is not true, but typically you don't win with young guards. Not all the time, but typically you don't win with young guards. And yes, it's Victor Wembanyama's team, but what is driving the Spurs' success this year is their tremendous guard play, and I just don't know whether to trust them. Having said that, I wouldn't want to see the Spurs, but there's a bunch of teams in the West that can present that. So I don't think they're quite ready yet. I love their future, but I have this thing about making hotel reservations.
I know. Way in advance.
Tell me what you do.
Where are we right now on the hotel reservations?
So by the way, the finals this year, George, are going to be different. the dates are going to be different because of the World Cup.
Right.
The finals always have a certain cadence, and the NBA announces the finals well in advance. Well, they haven't announced it yet, even though they have the dates. Working at ESPN, as we televise it, we have an idea of when the games are going to be. So I know, but the league hasn't announced it yet. Yeah. So I even have extra inside information. What happens is the finals come, and then 5,000 people are booking hotel reservations. Well, I want my hotels booked. I know what days the finals are going to be. You can make hotel reservations for free. You don't have to prepay in most cases. Just book the rooms that you want so that when I'm working, I don't have to worry about my rooms, and I can have the hotel I want and the rate that I want and all that stuff. So I, years ago, started making finals reservations like 6 months early because I know the dates. And this year I really know the dates because nobody else, it's not public yet. They're generally the same. They're just a little bit off because they don't want to, ESPN doesn't want to go up against Team USA,
in the
World Cup game.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's a reasonable thing to avoid.
Yeah,
agree.
So, and plus, not only this year, there's some cities that have potential World Cup games,
including this one.
Yeah, you're going to want to, you're going to want to have it locked down. So, I began basically saying, if I thought you could make the finals, I would book hotel reservations in your city, starting in December.
Okay, so you've probably got reservations in Oklahoma City.
I do.
Okay,
no question.
You have reservations in San Antonio.
I do not.
Denver.
Oh, because did you just listen to him?
Yeah.
He said the young guards, man. He's not there yet.
I understand, but
hard, fast rule.
And by the way, if I watch them for the next month, and I go, and we get to All-Star break, and I'm like, you know what? Maybe I should make them.
Right.
But last year, I had reservations in and by the way, one of the things, George, Boston is brutal in the spring.
Oh yeah.
So some of it is they have a lot of graduations in Boston. So Boston kind of gets. I have them in Boston, but it's not necessarily because I think the Celtics. Some of it has to do with the location, but I don't got them in Cleveland this year.
You got them in Detroit?
I don't have them in Detroit.
You
New
don't
York?
have them in Detroit?
Not yet.
Oh.
Could I
You have
have
in
them
the
in
East.
Detroit?
I would. Well, New York, he clearly has.
Oh, okay, that's it.
New York, Boston.
I only have them in Denver and Oklahoma City right now.
Only two.
Oh wow.
Oh, in Boston.
Okay.
But actually, in all honesty, it's harder for the conference finals in Boston than it is the finals. But this year, World Cup is in Boston.
Right.
So it's in Foxborough. But
so Denver and OKC are the only two at the moment.
Right now.
Wow.
And you got it. And there's a whole art to it. I'm going to blow Cappy's mind because probably the Thunder are going to be if they make the finals, they're going to have the top seed. But in a lot of these other places, you don't know whether they're going to have 1, 2. So you have to have reservations for 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 5, 6, 7. You got to have all the dates.
Wait, what's the last couple of dates?
6, 7.
Okay, got it.
Yeah. Yeah. And
by
look,
the way, I'm getting all of this, George.
This is if I
so
make
much.
a hotel reservation for the finals in your city, it's me blessing you, me saying I believe that I have to prepare for potentially spending 7, 8, 10, 12 days in your city.
Wow.
In the summer.
I'm very impressed.
I mean, you book your George, you have your vacation planned for the summer?
Oh, listen, I am notorious this place to have my vacation requests in 6 months in advance.
And I am the procrastinator and the unorganized procrastinator.
And a lot of
people
are. But I imagine that if you go out in the street and you say, hey, do you have any reservations for your vacation this summer? Maybe you don't have the whole thing booked out, but people plan in advance. It's kind of the same thing.
In December, I booked out my entire 15-day vacation for this summer already.
I, on the other hand, you ready for this? I'm going to New Orleans for my daughter's college graduation, and the plan is, because I'm already on the East Coast, to go from New Orleans to wherever I plan on going on a vacation. And, of course, I haven't even booked flights to New Orleans yet, let alone think about what I might do for a vacation.
Well, a flight can change. When you want to leave can change. Flights are more malleable, but the hotel, you're going to need to stay there that night. There's going to be people who are also coming to graduations. There's a whole bunch of colleges in New Orleans, sir. I would advise you to get that hotel reservation.
Okay, you'll be impressed with this at least. I do have an Airbnb booked in New Orleans for the graduation.
Okay, so you do have a hotel.
So I do.
You mean NOLA?
Right, in NOLA. I do have an Airbnb booked. So
okay.
So I guess.
So this is not as. So you don't think I'm as crazy? You knew that the graduation. You know it's going to be a big date. You know a lot of people are coming.
Right.
You make plans.
I had my daughter, who is in New Orleans. I said, you are in charge of booking the Airbnb. She did that. So
you prefer an Airbnb to a hotel?
Oh yeah. Well, especially because I've got 4 kids.
Oh, okay. So you're the family. All right, I got you.
Right. God, I'm so jealous of you guys. You guys are so organized. Like,
George, after this is over, we're gonna talk about the summer vacation.
Let's do it.
I booked my flights last night for summer.
Nice, yeah. Well, 2 years ago, Brian and I were both in Europe at the same time.
Yes.
We were just missing each other, basically.
That's right.
In different cities.
God, I'm so jealous of you.
Columbo goes to Europe a lot, like 3 episodes.
Does he
right?
really? Does Columbo have a European trip?
He goes to London and works with Scotland Yard.
Yeah.
Oh.
Then the
you know
Ireland
what?
trip, yeah.
Speaking of which, Brian, do you buy that NBA Europe is a thing in 2027? I know Adam talked about it recently.
Yes, I do. I think I don't think
separate league, by the way, right? For those.
Yeah, I don't think it'll be 27. And it's a thing right now because the Magic and Grizzlies are in Europe right now. They're playing in Berlin tomorrow,
right, in London,
and in London. So there's going to be some things. I actually was speaking with an owner yesterday, and I'm on the fence about the value of it, George. And I got a very kind but strong tutorial about why this owner believes that the league should do it, and you can tell why he's a billionaire entrepreneur, and I'm, a cynical bastard.
Well, I'll tell you right
person.
now, it was a very big selling point, the NBA's European version, for the owners. Now, I may not have gotten everything you talked about earlier with the salary cap, but the one thing I do know is that NBA owners are incredibly bullish on expanding, and I say expanding, you can call it a separate league, but it's the NBA Europe, right?
Well, they're also, I think, bullish on expanding to Vegas and Seattle. I think that's
because they're thinking to themselves, you know what? When we get that European thing going, man, all of our franchises are going to be worth that much more here in the States.
The great Brian Windhorst. Windy.
You're the best, buddy.
What an amazing day. Thank you so much.
And thanks to Lindsay for the breakfast.
Yeah, Lindsay, that was really sweet.
Guys, we got 1 minute here. Let's talk about our friend Jacob Emrani.
All right, here we are. 2 weeks into the new year. Some of you promised yourselves this year I'm taking better care of myself. I'm protecting my peace. I'm focusing on my family. And then out of nowhere, someone slams right into you at a red light. Yeah, you're in pain. Your car's a mess. Your plans for the week, your goals, everything feels like it just got thrown off track, Cappy.
Yeah, and right in that moment, it's so easy to think, you know what, I don't have the energy for a fight. I'll just let the insurance handle it. But don't do that, because the insurance company has one job: protect their money, not your future. They are trained to sound kind and calm while they try to pay you as little as possible, Georgie.
And this is why the laws of Jacob Emrani exist. It's why Jacob Emrani does what he does. He knows you're not just a case. You're a person whose life got flipped in 1 second. When you call Jacob, his team steps in, so you don't have to figure this out alone. The help, man, that they give is unbelievable. They understand your rights, your medical options, your time off from work. They talk to the insurance company, so you don't have to.
Better hurry up and give the number. It's 800-345-6789.
Thank you, Sedano.
This is the Sedano and Kap Morning Show.
Your eyes can change more than you think, even if your vision feels fine. An annual eye exam can catch issues early before they become bigger problems. This National Eye Care Month tip is sponsored by VisionWorks. See the difference.
We've all heard mortgage rates have finally moved down. So if you've gotten a mortgage in the last 2 years, contact the Loan Exchange to check on lowering your mortgage payment. Today, the Loan Exchange is offering a 30-year fixed free closer loan at 5.5% rate and APR. That's right, there are no closing costs. Wow! You can lower your monthly payment without increasing your loan balance. Isn't it worth a few minutes of your time to find out how much the Loan Exchange can lower your payment? By the way, if rates go down further next year, you can do the same thing again without any closing costs. Call the Loan Exchange at 855-752-9944 or go to theloanexchange.com for a free closer 30-year fixed rate and APR of 5.5%. NMLS 1637539. Loan subject to credit approval. See website for licensing information, loan terms and conditions. Equal housing lender. Call 855-752-9944 or visit theloanexchange.com.
One briefcase, one moment could change everything. Yamava Resort and Casino at San Manuel is giving you a chance to own your destiny in 2026. Play throughout the month of January, and on January 28th, one Club Serrano member will win the case, and with it, a finale spot in any 2026 promotion, plus $400,000. Which destiny will you choose? It's all happening at Yamava Resort and Casino, celebrating its 40th anniversary. You in? Details at yamava.com. Must be 21 to enter. Please gamble responsibly.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
Ask yourself this question. Is it really worth holding on to that timeshare that you know you need to get rid of? Here's the truth. The average maintenance fee just went up over 17%. That could have been 117%, and there's nothing you can do about it. When you buy a timeshare, you give them a blank check for annual maintenance and assessment fees. I'm Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group. For 15 years, I've helped over 50,000 families cancel their timeshare. Not sell it, not transfer it, cancel it. Did you buy a timeshare because they told you it was a great investment and your maintenance fees would never go up? That's a lie. Are you ready to get rid of your timeshare once and for all? Simply call us and I'll send you our timeshare exit kit that explains all your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley now for your timeshare exit kit. 800-568-3344. 800-568-3344. 800-568-3344.
For a century, the Genesis Invitational has stood as one of golf's greatest stages, where legends rise and history is made. February 19th through 22nd, celebrate 100 years of championship golf. Experience the drama, the tradition, and the moments that define the Genesis Invitational. Tickets at genesisinvitational.com.
Hey guys, it's Cap. Here's the scenario. Your home is flooded and the damage is severe. Now it feels like your insurance company is turning on you. They won't approve a replacement living arrangement and the adjuster leaves you in the lurch. Take a breath and call Avner Gatt, one of Southern California's largest public adjuster firms. Avner Gatt knows how to fight back when your insurance company makes you feel like a criminal, leaving you with no hope of getting into your home and getting it all back together. With decades of experience and a passion for helping people, Avner and his family take the call themselves. So whether you have a toilet overflow, a broken water line, a burst supply line, a broken fire sprinkler, whatever the water damage is, you call Avner Gatt today at 818-917-5256 or you go to avnergatt.com. It's 818-917-5256 or avnergatt.com. You call, Avner answers, he says hello. Your claim is our game. avnergatt.com.
Why do we grill to order at Waba Grill? Because it's just better for you. Our Asian-inspired menu has high-quality proteins that are healthier for you. Like hormone-free chicken, ribeye steak, wild-caught salmon, and shrimp. Our steamed vegetables and signature salads are made fresh for you. Our sauces are more flavorful for you, from sweet and spicy to fiery hot. Download the Waba Rewards app or order online at wabagrill.com. Waba Grill, it's for you.
When it's game time, every play counts. So when it's time to choose your next vehicle, make the winning play at George Chevrolet. From the powerful work-ready Silverado to the family-sized Traverse and all-electric standouts like Blazer and Equinox EV, George Chevrolet has an incredible selection and a championship-caliber team ready to help you get the perfect Chevy at the best price. Visit them off the 91 Freeway, Lakewood Exit in Bellflower, or shop online at georgechevy.com. That's georgechevy.com. Chevrolet, together let's drive.
One briefcase, one moment could change everything. Yamava Resort and Casino at San Manuel is giving you a chance to own your destiny in 2026. Play throughout the month of January, and on January 28th, one Club Serrano member will win the case, and with it, a finale spot in any 2026 promotion, plus $400,000. Which destiny will you choose? It's all happening at Yamava Resort and Casino, celebrating its 40th anniversary. You in? Details at yamava.com. Must be 21 to enter. Please gamble responsibly.
Texting enrolls you into recurring automated text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
4? Man, my drives have been getting weaker and weaker. The same thing happened to me when I turned 40. Men over 40 lose more than just their golf game. Energy, strength, stamina, it all goes downhill. I got Nugenix Total T2 and started feeling like my old self in no time.
America's most trusted testosterone-boosting brand is back. Nugenix Total T2. Crafted with a unique new formula that combines the ultimate free and total testosterone booster with a powerful nitric oxide booster that works in just 3 hours. Feel like a new man, leaner, stronger, with more energy and drive. Get your complimentary bottle today by texting BACK to 369-369 now.
All right, let's test this out. Wow, that's on the green, man. Looks like I got my drive back.
Text BACK to 369-369 for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T2. Text now and we'll even throw in a bottle of Nugenix Thermo X, our most powerful fat incinerator ever.
These statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. Product not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
Prizes, flyaways, even cash money. You want it? We've got it. Find a list of all contests and official rules by visiting ESPNLAcontests.com.
That's ESPNLAcontests.com.
710 ESPN, your home for the 17-time world champion
Radio station.
Previously on the Sedano and Kap morning show.
They give it to LeBron left wing. LeBron flying to the rim, lay it up and in. Boy, LeBron looks like he found the fountain of youth tonight. 30 points for LeBron.
Why do you say it's unfortunate?
Because that's the nature of envy. It's the nature of envy. You're not going to get it. You're not going to get a click. You're not going to get a response by saying something nice about somebody, by acknowledging someone's greatness, by acknowledging how much they care and how much they work and how much they've accomplished and continue to accomplish and continue to go after something. I mean, you got to say something bad about them. You got to go on TV and.
The Sedano and Kap Morning Show is on the air.
The biggest show in ESPN LA history.
LeBron's first back-to-back of the season, arguably one of his best games of the season. What went into deciding that he was going to play in this back-to-back, and how impressive is it that he's able to do this at age 41?
I mean, there's no decision that gets made for him. Again, I said it a few times to start the season, uncharted territory. He's going to do everything he possibly can to play.
A little sabor?
Yeah, I don't think people like being called hacks.
You're the güero on the radio.
Giant Mexican, horn section.
Did you have me on your show to berate me? Is that what you're doing now?
Give me a freaking break. We go me, Big Al,
right?
Redbird, Freak Daddy Freddie A.
Freak Daddy Freddie A.
Right.
Is Redbird related to Redwood?
Midnight in the desert. I'm Mark Bell.
Scott Kaplan, eat a fat one, bro. The Sedano and Kap Morning Show on 710 ESPN.
The all-new ESPN LA app and on YouTube at ESPN Los Angeles.
We're bigger than U.S. Steel.
Wow, that's crazy.
Well, you want to woo-woo?
Bit Boy.
Right now. Monstrous.
Beto, I don't want to eat that. We did it, Dad. We did it.
You were riding high on the stinger last time.
Oh, big time.
Right, that's right. Of course we were.
So, mongrels, stay tuned.
What do you want to try it? Come on, you can do it.
Amazing.
By the way, I think that's the first time Brian has realized he's in the open every day. At the end.
Oh, yeah.
I'm reacting to Art Bell.
Yeah? Oh, okay.
Amazing.
Do you want to do the love boat, or do you want me to do the love boat?
No, Art, I don't even want to talk.
No, here it is. You ready? Watch this. First,
Can we pull that, please?
You're playing the stand-up bass.
Yeah. Bing, watch, here come the drums. Then I hit it with this. You want to try it?
No.
Okay.
9:03.
A major talent.
Welcome to the Sedano and Kap Morning Show. The Prize Picks Power Hour. Thanks
Bonus Windy.
And
bonus Windy.
Don Imus with the quack quack.
And look at Windy gets all my bits. I love it.
Old school.
I love it.
This is not the demographic we're looking for.
Thanks to Prize Picks. Download the app today and use code KAPPY, K-A-P-P-Y, to get $50 in windups after you play your first $5 windup. That's code KAPPY to get $50 in windups after you play your first $5 windup. Prize Picks. It's good to be right ahead today. We will do picks against the spread and update. We've got our Prize Picks pick of the day. Dealer's Choice Real Deal with Cappy, and, like Sedano said, bonus Windy on a windy Wednesday.
Mm-hmm. So the reason that Brian stuck around, it was very nice of him to stick around and give us a little bit more extra time here. But, George, Lindsay, who is an excellent, excellent gift giver.
Thank you.
She really is.
She's a great gift giver. As a matter of fact, Wendy, you want to see what I got for Christmas from Lindsay?
Yeah.
Here, check it out.
Oh, those are Lucas.
Brand new Lucas. And today I'm wearing them for the first time. My maiden voyage.
Hell yeah.
In my brand new Lucas.
Wow, that's a nice gift.
It's a really nice gift. In fact, she's such a good gift giver, and I'm such a bad gift giver. Not only am I unorganized and a procrastinator, but I'm also a horrible gift giver.
I'm a horrible gift giver. Horrible.
Lindsay inspired me with this thoughtful set of Lucas to try and think, what could I give her that I would reciprocate, that she would like the gift?
Right. He got me a great, very thoughtful gift that I said, that's the most thoughtful gift I've gotten in a long time. he got me a Bark Bus gift card. And he remembered.
For a dog.
Yeah, yeah. It's like a mobile dog grooming. And he remembered our conversation about me saying, I love taking my dog to the Bark Bus because they just pull up to your door and they take your dog and you don't have to do anything.
See, that's a great gift. I would never have done that, and I would never have given someone. I would never give anyone clothing. I wouldn't know what to give them.
Yeah, it took me a long time. Like when Lindsay gave me these Lucas, I was like, man, I am going to give her something. I don't know what it's going to be, but I'm going to think about it. I'm
Well, you didn't have to give me a gift. I just, I appreciate all you guys. Just as like I got Brian and Christopher a very similar gift.
Let's open this gift, Wendy.
You guys are going to love this. All right, here they go, George.
We're opening a very nicely wrapped
Yes, it is.
tissue paper.
It's mid-January.
It's okay.
Right.
And it's okay.
The January gift, the New Year gift.
All right,
Wendy's very nicely
Let's
wrapped.
unsheath this.
Okay, Wendy's going into it. You can hear it.
Oh, wow.
It's spectacular.
Oh, my
It's a mug.
God.
The Columbo
Look, it's
mug.
a Columbo mug.
And she gave us, this is how thoughtful, she gave Starbucks gift card to put something.
Oh, I didn't get the Starbucks gift card.
Oh,
That's
thank
okay.
God. Maybe this is supposed to be for hers.
No, that's for you, Wendy.
Thank you.
Christopher got some other gifts too.
Yeah,
so,
no, I
you
know.
know.
What an amazing gift,
And
Lindsay.
Here's the best thing. There's a quote of him that just says, just one more thing.
Oh, and that was
Just
one of
one
his
more thing.
big catchphrases.
He would be walking out the door, and the murderer thought he got rid of Columbo. Oh, just one more thing. One more thing.
So he always had him at the end, huh?
Well, that's how he'd catch you off guard.
Yes.
And everybody thought he was just, some ridiculous, wacky lieutenant.
He always got him in the end.
Oh, he always got him. Just like Sedano.
You guys
Sedano
are
will always,
so funny.
Sedano will always get you in the end.
Just one more
Sedano,
thing.
you don't have a Columbo mug.
I don't have a Columbo. Lindsay gave me Donovan Mitchell shoes, which I forgot to bring on this trip. It would have been perfect because we're doing back-to-back Cavs-Sixers games.
And what if you have him for an on-court interview afterwards? You'll be like,
Right, he would have. I mean, Dom always comes up and says hello.
and brings it in, right?
He does. He's a bring it in kind of guy. Darius Garland, a bring it in kind of guy. The reason this becomes a topic of conversation, Wendy, is because Cappy likes to bring it in. So he wants to know who in the NBA community, when I see them, is a bring it in guy. Like he asked me, I was with Adam Silver on Monday, Monday. Yes, Monday. Because I was part of the crew that hosted that sales and marketing conference they do every year. And they had me do like a fireside chat with the CEO of Chewy, the pet brand. And Adam came over to say hello, and we chit-chatted for a while. And Cappy asked, did he bring it in? I said, no, I don't bring it in with the commission.
Yeah,
It's
I
just
think
a
that's
firm handshake.
Yeah, that's one step too far.
Is that unprofessional? I mean, that would put George in the Jacksonville reporter, hey, Liam,
Correct.
Cohen, keep
You
your head up.
Jacksonville
I
reporter
don't
zone.
think
Right.
David Stern was a bring it in guy either.
No, not at all. I actually told the story. He once patted me on the head when I was like 23 years old.
Hey, little boy.
That's
Yeah.
more like it. That's more
Yeah.
like Stern.
But the shoes thing, Wendy, it's because, one time when George was interviewing LeBron after a game,
He
was wearing
noticed
his-
that I was wearing his
Nice
sneakers.
shoes.
Which,
Thank you.
which-
Appreciate it.
that was a complete coincidence. And then Cappy said that at that point I should wear the star player shoes every week.
Well, don't you
and
think
I
it's a good
said,
idea?
but what? Sure, but the problem is, what if I'm interviewing another guy who's not those aren't his shoes.
But like Wendy, who himself makes reservations where he thinks the NBA Finals might
You think I need
be.
to bring 2 pairs of sneakers to every game?
What I told George is, Wendy, here's the thing you don't understand. The offers that I make to this kid to help him in his career, he refuses to accept my help. I'll give you an example. He recently interviewed Wemby after a game, and George is, short compared to Wemby, and Wemby
We
is
all are.
one of the tallest people on the planet, right? And George is holding up the microphone all the way up. I said, George.
It's a great picture, though.
I said, George, let me come to the game. I'll put you on my shoulders, and you'll stand right next to him.
You know what's funny about that is George on your shoulders would be about eye level for Victor.
Yeah, and so George is like, I don't know. I think that's a bad idea. And I said, no, let me show you what it looks like. So Morales walks in here to the studio, stands up on this table.
Right.
I get behind him, and then he sits on my shoulders, and I showed George, this is how I'm going to put you up on my shoulders.
Right, and then you threw out your back.
And then, I was injured for like the next 6 months.
Oh, my God.
But I've also offered to George, I said, listen, I said, here's an idea, right? Whatever game you go to, you pick out 2 or 3 of the biggest stars that you think are going to be your post-game interview, and if they have their own signature shoe, you take them with you. I said, and moreover, I'm willing to actually go do the deal with a Nike or a K-Swiss or whoever,
I don't think anybody's doing K-Swiss these days.
Didn't
Mario Chalmers used to have Spalding.
Oh,
yeah,
really?
I do remember that.
But what is that? What was Kawhi? Wasn't Kawhi K-Swiss?
No, he's New Balance.
Oh, New Balance. Okay.
Much like Ohtani.
Okay, so New Balance, Skechers,
Coco Golf.
Whoever it is, I'll go do the deal with the shoe manufacturer.
Yeah.
And then you have 2-3 pairs of shoes.
So couple things here, Brian. Number one, and he brought this up to McMenamin when he was on a few weeks ago.
He doesn't mess around with shoes, McMenamin.
And I referenced, the Wemby thing particularly. And I said, I was around Victor because I did the opening night with them in Dallas. So, and Victor in the scrum was being asked a ton about, like, did you grow? How much taller are you? Whatever. And he quickly ended that conversation by saying, there's a lot more interesting things about me than my height. And he kind of smirked. So he's clearly sensitive to it. So I'm like, Cappy.
That's true.
So Cappy, because while I appreciate the offer,
I'm just trying to be a nice guy.
I also feel like the Redcoats would tackle you at every arena. There is that if you ran on the floor. So I'm looking out for your safety. And then when it comes to the shoes, Brian, I think you really would appreciate this. I don't want to check in bags if I don't have to. Okay, so like right now, I've got this really. I bought this bag that I have. It's a French company that makes this roller bag that allows me to put 2 suits, 2 pairs of shoes, my clothes, because it compacts it so tightly, toiletry bag, et cetera, et cetera. But it is a lot tighter right now. Like, I literally have to sit on it to zip it because I'm in Philly and it's cold. So I had to put in winter gear in there, too. So if I were to bring a 3rd pair of shoes, I wouldn't have anywhere to put it because I got to bring all my radio equipment in the backpack.
Right.
So like there's just not a 3rd pair of shoe opportunity, let alone 4 pairs of shoes.
Having said that, my colleague at ESPN, Tim McMahon, who lives in Dallas, covers mostly the Western Conference. He is a big shoe guy, and when he goes and covers a playoff series, he believes he should never wear the same pair of shoes. Like, so he's got to pack 7 games, and also there's days off in between. So he'll bring 11 pairs of shoes, and subsequently,
that's insane.
George, he travels with 2 full-size suitcases.
So in the finals and conference finals, I will not wear the same suit back to back. Now, sometimes I'll only bring, like conference finals. I will bring several 4, 5, 6, maybe even 7 suits. Right? Those are the only. Those are the only yes. Those are the only trips that I will check. But for a regular, like, quick 2-3 day trip, in this case, I'm on the road for 6 days. I'm not checking if I don't have to.
But I offered George. I said, look, you don't.
You want to ship my shoes to me and ship them back?
Because no. But here's the thing. I said, look, the manufacturer, Nike, Skechers, whoever it may be, I'll actually have them ship the shoes to your hotel.
This is good. This deal sounds better all the time, George.
Everything I do to try and help this kid is met with a denial. And by the way,
if you first of all, that is not true. You've never offered to ship them to my hotel and then ship them back to my house.
I said Phil Knight will send them to you.
Okay. Now, if you do that, I'll do whatever you want on the shoes.
Yeah.
By the way, Tim McMahon. Ran into Tim McMahon last week in the Starbucks down here at LA Live. I walk in, he looks at me, I look at him. I'm like, what's up? What's up? I go, hey man,
howdy?
I go, I got a little issue with something with you. He goes, like he's like, what? He's caught off guard.
Yeah.
I go, bro, I got this one pair of Air Force Ones that are brown and black, and I thought I was the only person to have these shoes. And then I saw you wearing the exact same pair of shoes at the Laker game.
You made his day.
No, actually the opposite. He got pissed. He was like, oh no, those were not Air Force Ones. Those were Jordans. Like, there's a very big difference between the Air Force Ones and the Jordans I was wearing. I'm like, bro, I saw the shoes myself. They're the exact same pair. We're the only 2 people that have these brown, black, and white Air Force Ones.
George, they end up on the ground fighting.
I mean, it was getting pretty contentious.
Well, this is also Bobby Marks, who's actually out here this week. Bobby is well known for, now he doesn't do sneakers. He has like all these dress shoes, but he has all his dress shoes. So when he comes for the trade deadline, which I think he usually goes to Bristol.
Yeah, I gave up on dress shoes a long time ago.
I will say this, at ESPN, we have moved back to ties, George. Wouldn't you say more? We moved away from ties for like 7 or 8 years, and now ties are much more a thing, George.
Well, I always have to wear a tie on game day.
That's right.
Because that's a Tim Corrigan, who's my boss, hard and fast rule. Got to have a tie on the broadcast.
And
in studio, I don't go tie, though.
Well, okay. But countdown tonight. I got a tie.
Countdown different. Countdown different. But like NBA, like daytime studio, no tie.
All right.
Countdown. If I did countdown, yes, tie would
Cappy,
play.
I
yes.
went 8-9 years without wearing a tie on TV. And
Yeah.
now I got like 8 with me right now just because I want to. I will say I went to a St. John's Creighton college basketball game last Saturday in Omaha. Pitino is still going full suit. Okay, and Pitino has his managers on the end of the bench. His managers are in suits. And again, I'm going to sound like an old guy like Morales. I respect it. And I was over in Europe recently, and I went to a EuroLeague game, and the coaches were wearing suits. George, and as a man who wears suits to games, I think you would agree. I think the NBA needs to go back to it.
Suits and ties?
And I mean, when you talk about rolling on the ground, the coaches would roll on the ground with and fight with me on that because their lives are infinitely easier without it.
Oh, yeah. The coaches would hate it. It's funny. I remember, who was it? Was it you who asked Eric Spoelstra that? Because somebody asked Eric Spoelstra, because obviously Riley, infamous for wearing Armani suits all the time. And he said, don't tell my boss, but I would never want to go back to work.
Spoelstra Spoelstra's one of these guys who only had two suits.
Right,
he had
like a black and a gray one.
He had like
Yeah,
12. Well, he didn't only have 2, but he had like 12 of them, 15,
Right.
I don't know, 30 of them.
Yeah,
But he
right.
only had gray and black, and he just rotated every day.
Yeah.
But like Pitino you look Pitino on the sideline, and he's in this suit. Like it's a completely different image.
I love it.
I was at
I think they should go back. I'm with you.
I went to a college basketball game about 2 weeks ago. I went to see San Diego State play Boise State.
Is anybody wearing suits?
And my friend Brian Dutcher, who's the coach at San Diego State, is wearing like a quarter zip and a pair of black pants. And the entire coaching staff is wearing the exact same thing.
They love it.
Back in the old days, though, Steve Fisher was always in a jacket and a nice pair of slacks. I watched, George, by the way, I found myself last night after the Laker game catching up to seeing USC play last night and beating Maryland, which I haven't
Buzz
seen.
Williams, the Maryland coach, he's a suit man.
Yeah, I haven't seen a USC college basketball game literally like all season long, and it made me think to myself, you know what? I better get over to the Galen Center and go watch a USC basketball game in person before this season ends. I haven't been there.
They're pretty good.
Time.
They're pretty good. Yeah.
You want courtside? We can get you courtside.
Yeah, I thought maybe you could hook it up. I thought maybe you and I would go on a mandate.
No, you can go.
No, you're not. You won't go with me to a USC men's basketball
I'm a
game?
USC football fan, not USC men's basketball.
Oh, really? Are you? Oh, that's right. You're a Duke fan.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing is more classic when you think of Big Ten. You think of USC Maryland.
Oh
yeah, no question.
That is total classic
Right.
Big Ten.
Columbo was.
Right.
He always
Now-
said Big Ten USC Maryland.
That
One more thing.
back like even just 6, 7. Well, no, you'd have to go further back. Like a decade,
how
you
long
go back,
back?
and that a decade 6, 7, right? If you go back a little over a decade, that would have been an awesome like November ACC Pac-12 matchup that
Glorious.
people would want to watch for sure.
By the way, you know why I love the Coliseum? Not just because of USC football, but I always think about the Columbo episode that he did at the Coliseum. Full circle.
Yes, where the owner of the team, the owner committed a murder during the game.
Yeah.
Brian,
Nice.
couple things for you. Are you going to the Olympics? Because all of us here registered for the draw today for LA 28, which was today, and now I will say this for anyone trying to register for the draw. This is not registering for actual purchases of tickets because that won't be administered if you're picked. You have to be selected. This is a lottery, obviously. That will happen, I believe, late March into early April. But you have from now until like March to register for the draw. We all did it. I will explain someone who is going to try to do this today. Anyone who may try to do this later, you need to have a level of patience. This is going to take a long time to process.
The whole Olympics is going to require a level of
But
patience.
don't refresh your page, by the way.
If you do that, you're done.
It actually does work. Like I know it takes a long time, but it is working for you. And it specifically says, don't refresh your page because you're going to lose your space in line. I was this close to refreshing my page because is this thing even moving? So, yes, I can't believe it. I would never have known if it wasn't for Lindsay this morning saying, hey, today is when you can register for tickets for the Olympics. So I actually went through it as well.
Because as we discussed, you never actually planned for stuff.
And by the way, if you listen to any of our ESPN LA podcasts, you're going to hear me talking about it, my voice, saying my friends at LA28.org, proud partner of Good Karma Brands and ESPN LA.
So I had a little bit of a strategy today as I was going through the process. And, George, I wonder if you had the same thought. So they ask you,
what your favorite sports are.
What is your favorite sport? Like, which sport would you probably most want to go see? So, Wendy, if you were going to go to a Summer Olympics in L.A., what sport would you most want to go see?
I think the in-demand, the basketball and gymnastics, but at the in-demand seat, where people are going to be is going to be the volleyball at Santa Monica Pier.
Yes.
Okay. So, George, what did you put in then as your...
So I put basketball, and for the Paralympics, I like the wheelchair soccer that they play. It's fantastic to watch if you've ever seen it.
So I actually said to myself, basketball is like not the right thing to do. Like, it's like trying to get into a college.
Right, but it doesn't mean that just because you put that as your favorite sport, like they're going to assume that's the only one you want.
No, I know, but I was thinking about trying to, like, if you were applying to a college and they've got lots of different colleges within the university, and you're like, which is the easiest one to get in? The business school or the engineering school might be really hard. But this school over here, nobody's even applying to it, so I can get in if I apply over here.
I have an idea for that.
Okay.
Where are they playing the baseball?
Oklahoma City. Oh, no, that's softball. Softball.
Yeah.
Is the baseball at Dodger Stadium?
It's a good question.
I don't know.
Assume so.
To me,
yeah.
First off, I love going to Dodger Stadium. Don't you? That to me, there's going to be
55,000, whatever it is.
There's going to be 55,000 a game.
Mm-hmm.
That's going to be the biggest venue other than like the track.
So baseball would be your choice.
It is Dodger Stadium.
You don't think you'd want to go see an Olympic game at Dodger Stadium? I don't care who's playing. Any of the countries who are in, it's going to be a good game, and you're going to know the people.
All right. So Lindsay, what sport did you say was your favorite to the Olympics?
Gymnastics.
Okay. Is it, again, hard to get into. Doesn't mean that that's the only thing you're going for. But for me, I was trying to find something more obscure. How about you, Bergie?
I did basketball.
See, again, I'm.
How about you, badminton, Cappy? Is that what you did?
I took flag football.
I'll bet that would be. And where are they doing that at?
I don't know.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
That's a good.
You're not a big shot put guy.
I
like the shot put.
No,
they should do that at like the Rose Bowl or something.
Yeah, I would love to go to the track and field.
You know what I say is the only thing worse than as a media person, the only thing worse than track, field.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not the actual sports, just covering it.
Yeah, I chose flag football. I thought
I like that.
It was obscure. I thought.
So I would. I'm not going to do it because but I would choose baseball because Dodger Stadium, and golf.
Oh, golf would be a good one. Yeah,
golf.
I wonder where
they play at Riviera. Well, no, Riviera's not around, right?
No, Riviera's around. We're getting ready for the Genesis in just a few weeks.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't know where it is. It's good. I'm sure it's Riviera or Olympic, or LACC, right?
Maybe.
Right, probably LACC. Yeah, we had the U.S.
Riviera.
Riviera.
Oh, it is.
There you go.
This is a classic venue.
Yeah.
This is. The venues in LA. So the thing about Paris. So while I was in Paris, I had dinner with a LA committee executive. It was near the end of the Olympics. And here's the thing about Paris. The logistics were gorgeous. The metro was amazing. A lot of people left town. You could get around town. On marathon day and opening ceremonies was tough. Everything else you moved easily. The venues were not great. They didn't build new venues. You were in the city of Paris, which was amazing, but the venues were decrepit. The food and beverage, hospitality was subpar. The merchandise was a scandal, was embarrassing. So I told the guy from LA, I go, what do you think? He's like, we're going to have the best venues in the world. Far and absolutely. Think of the venues in LA. Amazing. You don't have to build anything. Best venues in the world.
Mm-hmm.
2, the food and beverage, hospitality is going to be spectacular, right? It's going to be probably the best Olympics ever. 3, merchandise. There'll be places on every corner. You'll be tripping over merchandise. You have the best merchandise for all the countries. We're going to have the best merchandise.
Plus, producer Jorge's primo, he's already got a whole set of stuff to sell.
This is going to be great.
For $200, you get everything you want. Yeah.
Logistics.
Getting
logistics.
Around.
Now we've reached a problem. So everything else is going to be great. Logistics, Paris, A+, LA, we'll see.
It's funny you say that because I find, and I've only been to Paris like once, but getting around that city, and this was not during the Olympics. This was actually after the Olympics last year. This was last Thanksgiving. The traffic, you think LA traffic is bad. The city of Paris trying to get around, something that's 3 miles
but
away
all
can
of
take
the
an hour and a half.
venues were within the city. So you didn't have to get on highways. The highways
you can
were a
just
little
get
tough.
on the tube.
I'm not sure if you're aware, but there's highway situations.
I wasn't aware. No, I had no car.
Yeah.
No,
there's highway situations here, buddy.
Oh, there are
so
highway situations.
I'm just saying, logistically, I'm not sure how it's going to go.
Yeah, it's way more spread out.
But guys,
here,
the
clearly,
venues. Just think about the venues. Dodger Stadium, Riviera, Crypto,
SoFi.
Intuit.
How about SoFi?
Santa Monica, SoFi.
SoFi for the swimming,
Coliseum.
right?
Holy moly. It's going to be the greatest Olympic venues ever.
Which is why, by the way, rather than procrastinating and waiting till the end and trying to find a hookup for tickets, I'm like, you know what? I'm actually going to jump in and get myself registered, which is something I never really do.
It makes all the sense in the world.
As if you don't have connections and won't get tickets. But it's nice that you did that.
I will.
Yeah.
But I will, because here's what's going to happen. My girlfriend or my kids will be like, Dad, can we get tickets? And then I'm going to have to go to work. I'm actually pre-planning for the first time. For the first time, I'm actually pre-planning.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I can't wait, honestly. I just think it's going to be so fun. Traffic may be but you know what? People leave in the summer. I don't know. Who knows what it
Here's the thing. Traffic's bad every day. What is it? What is that new?
Yeah, right.
What's the difference?
Right. It's not going to be new. Right, exactly. So.
The great Windy. Thank you so much, Brian Windhorst.
Thanks, guys.
What a great
Windy,
Wednesday.
Great to be with you, man.
All right. Enjoy your day.
Enjoy yours.
You, brother.
We'll see you next week, hopefully.
Talk to you tonight.
Oh, yeah. See you, Brian.
Meanwhile, let's talk about our friends at Prize Picks, guys. The Prize Picks Power Hour is on.
Yeah, listen, Prize Picks. If you want action in the state of California, Prize Picks is the place to be. Download the Prize Picks app. Use the promo code CAPPY, K-A-P-P-Y. Your first $5 lineup gets you a $50 lineup bonus. And here's the thing. It's simple to play Prize Picks. It's more or less, right? Basketball, points, rebounds, assists. You go more or less on an individual player stat projection. You bundle a couple of players together, and it doesn't have to be the same sport. You can win cold hard cash, Cappy.
So I know I've been telling everybody how ice cold I've been on Prize Picks, and it's been a bummer because, I come back and play every night. But last night I got real nervous. I had Giannis on a Taco Tuesday discount for more than 22.5 points. Check, he had 25. Luka George in the first half was so on fire. I think he scored 27 points in the first half. And with the points, rebounds, and assist play, I played him for less than 53.5. And he was at I want to say 35 points, rebounds, and assists at the end of the first half. He finished with 44. I was screaming, JJ, his groin is sore. You're up by 20 points. Put the kid on the bench. And thankfully, it was LeBron's night, and Luka finished with less than 53.5 points, rebounds, and assists. A $20 power play, paid $60. So make sure you go to the Prize Picks app, download it, use the code CAPPY, K-A-P-P-Y, make your first $5 lineup, get $50 in lineups, and let's all play together and win together on Prize Picks.
Prize Picks. It's good to be right.
All right.
Sure is.
The Prize Picks Power Hour continues. We're going to take a 90-second timeout. And then more fun and frivolity, the Sedano and Kap Morning Show on a windy Wednesday on ESPN LA.
The Sedano and Kap Morning Show.
One briefcase, one moment could change everything. Yamava Resort and Casino at San Manuel is giving you a chance to own your destiny in 2026. Play throughout the month of January, and on January 28th, one Club Serrano member will win the case, and with it, a finale spot in any 2026 promotion, plus $400,000. Which destiny will you choose? It's all happening at Yamava Resort and Casino, celebrating its 40th anniversary. You in? Details at Yamava.com. Must be 21 to enter. Please gamble responsibly.
Fuego. Hey guys, it's Cap. Here's the scenario. Your home is flooded and the damage is severe. Now it feels like your insurance company is turning on you. They won't approve a replacement living arrangement and the adjuster leaves you in the lurch. Take a breath and call Avner Gatt, one of Southern California's largest public adjuster firms. Avner Gatt knows how to fight back when your insurance company makes you feel like a criminal, leaving you with no hope of getting into your home and getting it all back together. With decades of experience and a passion for helping people, Avner and his family take the call themselves. So whether you have a toilet overflow, a broken water line, a burst supply line, a broken fire sprinkler, whatever the water damage is, you call Avner Gatt today at 818-917-5256, or you go to avnergatt.com. It's 818-917-5256 or avnergatt.com. You call, Avner answers, he says hello. Your claim is our game, avnergatt.com.
You're hanging out with the Sedano and Kap Morning Show.
The balance of how you drive me crazy and also make me laugh hilariously is like the perfect balance.
See that? Perfect balance.
Yeah.
Perfect balance.
Yeah.
Back to Sedano and Kap.
$9:29. The Sedano and Kap Morning Show on a windy Wednesday. The Prize Picks Power Hour. Thanks to Prize Picks. Download the app today and use code CAPPY to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. That's code CAPPY, Sasa.
Yeah. All this stuff about me, why don't they just let me live? Tell me why.
On this day in 1989, the #1 hit, Bobby Brown off that smash first album, My Prerogative.
They say I'm crazy. I really don't care, Cappy. That's my prerogative.
Cappy doesn't have his headphones on. He's talking to Windy on the exit.
He's trying to understand the concept.
I don't give a damn.
He's probably like, hey, listen, I know you and Sedano got that hoops thing, but can you just not go so in-depth? I kind of lost you. The guys in the other room, all of them are coming after me.
I just need a little more explanation on the
Especially
salary
Morales
cap.
and Lindsay. Like, they're always out to get me.
I mean, he made it pretty simple. Like, they have $50 million to spend. They would cut into it by 25 if they brought in, like, a DeAndre Hunter.
Like, I know you and Morales have this Columbo thing. How can I have something with you? Do you want to come on the Cappy Cast?
You didn't want to do the love boat.
Do you want a King's ice crew jacket? I can get one for you.
So I also
Cappy.
He still hasn't put his headphones on.
Still?
No.
Yeah, he's saying that he still has this other venture called Cited that he'd like to get him involved in.
Can you start putting up a poll with your articles?
Do you want to fund my next venture?
Speaking of which, what did the poll say, Parker, with the Mongrels?
Cappy now has his headphones on. He just realized we're doing a radio show again.
Yeah.
Hi, Cappy.
Wait a second. Why?
When I teased, I said 90-second timeout. And you've been talking to Wendy for 4 minutes.
Yeah, me and Wendy are, listen, we're.
Hey, I know.
We've
Like,
gotten
listen,
close. We've gotten tight.
I know you and Sedano like top level basketball, kind of in the weeds for our audience.
Yeah.
Maybe dumb it down a little bit for me.
Right.
And the guys in the other room, especially Morales and Lindsay, they're always going to come after me. I mean,
all right. Everybody's just going to always agree with George.
Then there's this listener Cambone.
Right.
He comes after my guy Browner.
Oh no, that I'll get.
By the way,
Cambone.
I already told Cambone he can come in.
What happened
studio.
to Cambone?
So
Well,
go
just wait.
explain it. No. Let's do
Is there
it.
a controversy?
Yeah. By the way, this could be our morning wood. Stand by.
I wanted it for my deal.
Oh, you're ready to do it for dealer's
I
choice?
wanted it for dealer's choice.
Then
Can
we're
we-
going to have to create
can we
some
do-
space.
Can we do like hardwood and dealer's choice?
Whatever. The morning wood.
By the way,
hold on.
Cappy.
Can I read a read?
Oh, crap.
Let him read a read.
Brought to you by Hernandez Wholesale Flooring. If you're in the market for new flooring, shop at Hernandez Wholesale Flooring, where every day is a deal, no gimmicks. Call 866-62-FLOOR or go to HernandezWholesaleFlooring.net. No sale beats wholesale. Now, I know you're going to poo-poo how many reads we have, everybody, but we're about to hit our Q1 budget, and this morning show is taking full credit for that.
Oh, yeah, I don't think there's any question. I don't think there's any question this morning show is carrying the torch there.
Yeah.
Speaking of the Olympics
Right. Have I
earlier.
told you about VisionWorks yet this morning?
Exactly.
Yeah. By the way, Cappy, the Mongrels have checked in. Parker has texted in. 76% understood Wendy's original explanation. 24% did not.
Okay. And I would say this. Me and my 24%, we're going to be over here still trying to learn it. And of the 76% of people that said they understood it, I'm going to say that 74% of you people are liars.
When your defense at 737, you said, Cap, you said, I use 48% of my brain, so that explains it.
Okay, well, that's also true. That's right, because George told me, he goes, if you had half a brain, and I said, no, I'm at about 48%. That's right. So, been a lot of math already this morning.
Hey, listen, these days, I wish I could get to 48% sometimes.
Really?
Yeah.
What are you at? What percentage?
Like 32%.
32%?
But I still do this show better with my hand tied behind my back than others.
Wow.
Like who?
No, that's not. Anyway.
Yeah.
What were we saying? Oh, we want to do the Cambone thing, but you want to wait till dealer's choice.
Well,
which
I was
means
gonna
we got
bring
to.
it up.
So hold on.
Mhm.
That means we got to hit dealer's choice by like 52.
Okay.
Because I've invited Cambone to come in and promote his comedy show.
Yes, he should.
But now I really want to do it now that I know it pisses off Browner.
No, it doesn't
Okay.
because our Browner, it's you lied.
No, let's
and
tease.
And you did what
Let's
you did.
tease.
That's
Let's
a
tease.
good tease.
950.
That's a good tease.
What did I lie
You
about
lied.
Browner and
'Cause you're-
Cambone?
No,
I feel like this
I
is
thought it was
more
a tease.
than
It's a
yeah.
tease.
It is a tease.
It's a tease.
This is
It's
going
a
to take
tease.
longer than 52.
It
isn't
might.
it?
know
me.
Cambone to go park my car, okay?
You're having Cambone park your car? Really? Now he's your valet?
What is he saying I lied about?
Yeah.
Like
You mean
I take
Browner.
time to
You mean
worry.
Browner.
No.
No,
I don't
Browner.
even know what happened now.
No, Cambone.
No, we're going to tease it till 50.
Yeah.
Get to the bottom of this.
That's right.
Let's do a picks against the spread update. Hit the NFL music.
Oh, I got a big fat 0.
Okay, there's the update.
And for our picks against the spread update, let's go to our update desk. And producer Lindsay Baseball.
Well, as George just mentioned, for the first and only time this season, he got a big fat 0.
I got a Cappy. Cappy
Yep.
is the only other person that got a 0 this season.
Well, I didn't do much better because I only got 5 points. And then Cappy got 7. And then Morales got 10. Bird got 13. And Briones
18.
Wow.
18.
Briones.
That's
He
amazing.
hit all of them except
Órale,
for Green
hacer.
Bay.
Hey, the swag system, baby. You know what swag system means, George?
Yeah, man, you just go.
Scientific wild-ass gas, homeboy. That's what it is.
The swag system, huh?
That's it.
All right.
So how are we at the end of all this? Are we combining the points
No,
or no? It's
we're
just two
starting
No,
separate.
it's a separate deal.
Sorry,
It's just
all
like,
right. Yeah,
you know, a little fun.
I was just waiting for the postseason. That was what I was.
Is that
really
what you were
thinking.
Oh,
waiting for?
that's what it
Yeah,
was.
right.
Those
Really?
18 weeks, I wasn't even thinking about those 18 weeks.
So I
missed
just
a
want to
week.
make sure I get this on one side, we have Briones, who had 18 points. I mean, that's a monster week.
18 out of 21 possible points.
Right. And on the other side, we have Jorge Briones over here, and we have Jorge Sedano over here on the other end of the spectrum, and a goose egg on Sedano, and an 18 high for my boy Briones. Okay, so 18 versus 0. I mean, come on, Sedano, really? A 0?
I put all my eggs.
I didn't want to leave you alone by getting a 0 this season.
Think about that. I had a 0 1 week, and I still won. That's how much smarter I was than everybody else all year long.
And by the way, note to our social team, we have started over. Let the graphic reflect that. Because last week it was like, oh, is anyone going to overtake Cappy? But no, we're starting over.
Well, God forbid everybody here pays attention to the morning show. They love to talk about how, you got all this horsepower on one show. All this horsepower, all these people. How are you guys going to figure it out all day long with all you doing one show? How about you actually listen to the show, everybody?
Who's that? Who are you referring to?
That's a dig at some people, and they know who it is.
Who? Yes, throw stuff. Get angry. Yes.
Don't belittle me.
Where's your calendar?
I don't know.
Right.
Yeah. It's time for the calendar.
Somebody give this guy the don't sweat the small stuff.
You hold your head up.
You know, George, the Steeler pick where you had the Steelers and you were most confident about the Steelers.
They got their ass kicked by the most.
I was actually very non-confident about the Steelers.
Hey, they had it till the fourth quarter, okay?
I actually thought Houston would win, but I wanted to root for the Steelers, so I took the Steelers as my one. Isn't it interesting that today we are all still talking about, I know we've spent a lot of time today, Lakers, NBA, et cetera.
We haven't talked about Mike Tomlin, right?
But Mike, the coaching carousel that is going on right now, Mike Tomlin yesterday stepping down. Now, a lot of times when a coach, quote-unquote, steps down, I usually just assume that means behind the scenes they got fired. In this case, I actually believe...
everybody says he legit just showed up to the facility at 5 a.m. like normal and then started talking to ownership as soon as they got in, and everybody was stunned that he stepped away.
Yeah,
they said he went on a 45-minute rant about the organization and where it's going.
Listen, I respect that.
Yeah. I believe that Mike Tomlin, after 17 or 18 years and a Super Bowl and playoffs and all these winning seasons or non-losing seasons, however you want to phrase it, I just think Mike Tomlin has finally gotten to a point where he goes, look, it's been an incredible career. I was an unknown commodity when I got here. They took a shot on me. We've been incredibly successful. I have created literally multiple generations of wealth as the head coach of the Pittsburgh Steelers. My time here is now done. And I felt kind of bad because a friend of mine is a guy by the name of Terrell Austin, who's the defensive coordinator of the Steelers. And Terrell now is the whole staff's going to get blown out, of course. But I'm also so fascinated, George, by seeing what the Chargers did yesterday.
They fired Greg Roman.
Jim Harbaugh, you got to understand this about Jim Harbaugh. He has not had any other offensive coordinator as an NFL head coach. Greg Roman was his coordinator in San Francisco. Yeah. He put the band back together when he got the Chargers job. When you remember when Harbaugh first got here, hey, where are you going to live? He's like, in my RV in this campground. Greg Roman is right next door. These guys are BFFs. And I don't really know if I blame Greg Roman for the injuries along the offensive line.
So are you saying Jim Harbaugh is pulling a Stefanski and burying his OC?
It is amazing.
I will say this: the offense was not very good.
But I don't think
it wasn't as good as it should have been.
But I don't think that Harbaugh was pressured by ownership because I think Harbaugh now has so much control that ownership isn't saying, "Hey, fire your BFF, who's your offensive coordinator." I think Harbaugh makes a legitimate decision to say, "We've had a great run, pal. But I need to take this thing to the next level, and I'd like to find somebody else with some fresh thoughts and some fresh
are you going to do that to me one day? Are you going to say, listen, we've had a great run, pal?
No. If anything, what I will do is like what Pat Riley did for Eric Spoelstra and be like, wait, you want Morales fired? I'll get rid of all of you first before I fire Morales.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
I will step aside, like Pat stepped aside. Eric Spoelstra's the voice of that team. It's not Pat Riley.
By the way, that 30 seconds you just did there will be ringing in Cappy's head all day long.
Sure. See, I actually thought what George was going to say was this. I was going to do more of a Mike Tomlin. I was going to get to a point where I was like, you know what?
You know how it is. If my aunt had male parts, she'd be my uncle.
Right. I got NBA Today. I got NBA games. I got college games. I got so much other stuff going. I got to go to the NBA Business Symposium and interview the CEO of Chewy. You know what, guys? My time here is done.
Oh, his time here, there's no getting out of this thing. It's like the mob.
Well,
But he's just going to be, maybe one day just sipping his espresso in the corner going, good job, guys.
Well, he got another, how many
You know what,
more years?
Cappy? After we're done, and my promise to you was 10 years.
We made a commitment to each other. We're going to be married for 10 years.
I will, and, it could be more. 10 years, and then it becomes a year-to-year thing.
Yes, right. Then it's like, hey, every time you ask Aaron Rodgers, is this your last game? We're going to start getting annoyed by everybody.
I liken it like to the
Every game could be my final game.
The cast of Friends, right? Like, remember they just kept figuring out will they do it next year, or like Curb, right? Like will they do another season? Like it'll just kind of be like that, and then we'll just kind of figure it out. And then when I'm definitely done, to Chris's point, I'll be more of like an emeritus around this.
He's going to be a consigliere.
Oh, okay, very good.
By the way, so that 10 years began in 21, fall 21, correct?
Yeah.
Because it doesn't count the LZ part.
Yeah.
I don't know. Did we count the LZ part? I don't
that's
know.
fall 20.
We were
which means
together.
This is year 5 coming up.
No, but wasn't it September of
21?
No, 21.
21?
Yeah.
It was 21.
That's when I got kicked off the Mason and Ireland show.
Wow.
And I got kicked off this show.
Right. Well,
We
did the switcheroo, and look at you now standing next to each other. How about that?
Look at that.
Hey, look at us. Look at us.
Well, as I just said when I did my rant, everyone's like, oh, there's so much horsepower.
The horses are in the barn
But
here,
who's
baby.
complaining about the horses?
Yeah,
I'll tell you
Give us
after.
a name.
No.
We
I
wanna
want
know.
this on the
He
air.
wants to know.
No.
Why
Give the
not?
backhand what he wants.
The horse.
Who is it?
Let
I
us
will
know.
find Chris. If you don't tell me, I'm just going to find out and air it out anyway.
Well, here's what I'll say, and I'll say this in the nicest way possible. Everyone. How about that?
Start naming names.
Now,
George.
are you naming talent? Are you naming
The
management?
all of it.
Everybody.
And because of the juice you have and have given to a lot of us, they basically were like, well, not much we can do about it, so it's happening. But it has rubbed everybody the wrong way.
Well, that's their problem.
Really?
And here's what I would say. No disrespect to anyone, okay? But I would even say when we were on in the afternoon, was it a fair assessment, okay, to say that because we were doing all the silliness and the hijinks and also doing the sports, I thought, pretty well, right, that everyone in this place in some way, shape, or form, whether it was another host or a producer or anyone in the building, they kind of wanted to at least be in our stratosphere. Is that a fair assessment?
So I'll say two things to that. One, they all went home at 3 p.m., so they missed most of it. Two, that was a funny joke. Nobody laughed at it. But two, I was only, even though I did bonus days with you guys, because we were starting to build something, I was only officially here with you guys, on Tuesdays.
Mm-hmm.
And it felt like I was not only here Tuesdays, even though I would do a Wednesday, a Thursday, whatever, and remotes. Now it's like, wow, they got 5 days of Morales, 5 days of Bergman, 5 days of Lindsay.
Well,
but
what I'm saying is,
5 days of Parker Bell.
What I'm saying is, when we were on in the afternoon, people gravitated to want to be part of the show.
Yes, but we
Cappy, is that not a fair way to describe it?
That's from where I sat. Now, hold on, Bergie. I mean, you were dealing with Mason and Ireland. Were Mason and Ireland, feeling the what George is describing?
You are not bringing me into this conversation.
Yes, we are.
Well, listen. By the way, his response confirms my thought.
No. You can think whatever you like.
Yeah,
that is not coming out of my mouth at any point.
But all the kids in the building wanted to be around our show. You know what I'm saying? The people that are the next generation of listeners, the Parker Bells, the John Johns, all these guys, they loved being part of our shenanigans. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying they don't like the other shows. I'm not saying that. It's not a binary situation. We were the show that the younger people and people around the building liked being a part of. So now in the morning, where it's even more important because we are also exploiting a market inefficiency, being the only local morning sports show, you actually want to ramp that up even further, is
and
what
then
I would
ram
say.
it down the old wazoo. Bam!
Well, that's a little step too far.
That's,
but
that's pretty graphic, actually.
Yeah,
usually it's Cappy that takes a step overboard.
I just love Bergie. I love Bergie wanting to be Switzerland and all this. Bergie doesn't want any part of Mason and Ireland's wrath.
Did you get any flack for what you said the other day?
What did I say the other day?
Yeah, I don't remember.
I forget what it was, but I remember we were like,
when I asked him, is it because you didn't want them to interview someone because we're better at it?
I
or
said
something
I'm
like
not talking about that.
Oh.
Again, I'm very much Switzerland in all of this, and I'm going to stay as Switzerland.
But eventually I'll pull it out of Switzerland.
Cappy, I mean, I'm not talking out of my tuchus here. Like, people always wanted to be around our silliness.
Right. I mean,
and that's not anything other than just the fun odd couple scenario that you and I have created, and then we threw Christopher into the mix on a more regular basis, and that caused internal strife too, and external strife, I would say, within the audience. But also that people, I think, have real. I've said this when we were on the afternoon. You either get what we're doing here and get that it's all entertainment while trying to mix in the sports and some level of credibility, or you don't get it. Like, and it's fine if you don't get it. Like, and that's cool. There's a reason that an ice cream shop has 50 different flavors, right?
That was 31.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Well,
of flavors.
that was Baskin Robbins
That's a lot of
specifically,
flavors.
but you go into like any ice cream shop, they got a million flavors in there, right? You can like your own flavor. It's fine. But
they got a good chocolate shake in there.
I was just going to say, remember all those
right,
scoops of ice cream?
$30 chocolate shake would be good.
I think that the shenanigans that get pulled on this show, dating back to the afternoon time, has always drawn people to the show. Like, I always get people, like, Beto says it best, right? People always ask him a series of questions, and they're generally the same, okay? They're like, is Cappy really that much of a maniac and a weirdo, right? Is Sedano like a robot because he literally seems like he doesn't sleep, right? And is Morales really that much of an a-hole, right? Like, those are the levels of conversation you generally have.
Fair.
But the fact that people are that invested in the people, and then not to mention the conversations about Lindsay or Briones or Parker Bell now, even and the kids in the back, John and Graham, etc. Like, and I mentioned Briones, right? And Bergman, like, people like this show, especially in the expansion of it, because there's always someone you're going to side with, and it's not our fault that was kind of done organically to begin with. And then when we decided to make the move to mornings, again, to exploit a market inefficiency, you're going to rev that engine up even further at that point.
By the way, the last time you guys were all in a Walmart?
Exactly.
The questions that you asked, the three questions, is Cappy that much of a freak? Is Sedano really a robot? And is Morales really that much of an a-hole? Usually the answers are yes, yes, no.
Yes, yes, and yes.
Or no, no, yes. No, no, yes.
9:47. The Sedano and Kap Morning Show.
The yes is what you're saying is the Chris part is always.
I'm on it. All of that wonderfully said and will appear in the Sedano and Kap Morning Show Saturday special. This Saturday. Actually, we might start it at 7 a.m. because Clapper's off this week, but we'll see.
Really?
Anyway, let's not get hung up here.
Okay.
Clap.
I hear about Cambone, okay?
We got a lot to do.
Cambone. We got to do Cambone.
But first, let's talk about our friend Jacob and Ronnie.
Oh, that'd be great.
And by the way, one more thing before Jacob and Ronnie. We got to thank the mongrels. Like, and the ones in the YouTube specifically, but in general, people want to be a mongrel. Chris ran into a mongrel when he was trying to scrape the other day. One of the construction guys. So, like, everybody wants to be a morning mongrel, and that's awesome. The fact that the YouTube guys and ladies really fostered that because of their interactions with the show, like, they deserve a tip of the cap, much like the COT deserved the tip of the cap, when we were doing the afternoon show.
Tip of the cap, mongrels.
A roof scraper.
Yes, exactly. Now, let's talk about our friend Jacob and Ronnie.
Yeah, very simple, Cap. Listen, you get into an accident, you call Jacob. It's very simple. And you call him at this brand new number, 800-345.
667.
Are you playing along today or what?
I was looking at something.
Come on, man.
Yeah, and look, 2 weeks into the new year, some of you promised yourselves this is a new year, taking care of myself better, protecting my peace, focusing on my family. Then out of nowhere, Christopher, someone slams right into you on a red line. You're in pain, your car's a mess, your plans for the week and your goals, everything is all thrown off track.
Yeah.
Happy.
Yeah, and then in that moment, you're like, because I know this is the way I would be. It's just so much easier. I don't have the energy for the fight. I'll just let the insurance company handle it. But listen, the insurance company, they have one job, which is to protect their money, not your future. They are trained to sound kind and calm while they listen to you. And they try and pay you as little as possible. That's why the law offices of Jacob and Ronnie exists. That is why Jacob and Ronnie does what he does, George.
No doubt, Cap. And he knows you're not just a case. You're a person whose life got flipped upside down, man. When you call Jacob, him and his team, they step in right away. You don't have to worry about anything. You don't have to do this alone. They help you understand your rights, your medical options, your time off from work. They talk to the insurance company, so you don't have to.
Yeah, and here's one other really critical part of all of this. You do not pay Jacob unless he wins. No fees unless he wins. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah. So check this out. The law offices of Jacob and Ronnie, the official sponsor of the LA Lakers, the flagship member of Sedano and Kap Morning Show. And look, the same way the team represents pride, history, and winning in this city, the Lakers, Jacob brings that same winning mindset to every case he takes. So I want you to lock this number in right now. Save it under Call Jacob in your phone. The number is 800-345-6789. It's simple. It's in order. It sticks in your head. 800-345-6789. Accident or injury. You call the law offices of Jacob and Ronnie, Cap.
I agree.
Thank you. We are back in 1 minute from right now. In 1 minute, we've got our calendar of the Don't Sweat the Small Stuff. We've got Cappy's prize pick of the day, and we'll talk to Cam. We'll talk about Cambone in 1 minute from right now.
This is the Sedano and Kap Morning Show. Focus Features presents the film Hamnet from director Chloe Zhao and producer Steven Spielberg and Sam Mendes. Discover the untold story behind Shakespeare's greatest masterpiece. Winner of more audience awards than any film this year, Hamnet is a monumental cinematic experience. And now it's the Critics' Choice Award winner for Best Actress, Jessie Buckley. Hamnet is the best picture of the year. Hamnet, rated PG-13, may be inappropriate for children under 13. Now playing only in theaters.
One briefcase, one moment could change everything. Yamava Resort and Casino at San Manuel is giving you a chance to own your destiny in 2026. Play throughout the month of January, and on January 28th, one Club Serrano member will win the case, and with it, a finale spot in any 2026 promotion, plus $400,000. Which destiny will you choose? It's all happening at Yamava Resort and Casino, celebrating its 40th anniversary. You in? Details at yamava.com. Must be 21 to enter. Please gamble responsibly.
You're hanging out with the Sedano and Kap Morning Show.
I have a crooked pole. Some guys have that crooked pole, okay?
George Sedano, Scott Kaplan.
Usually I have straight poles. I had a crooked pole.
More Sedano and Kap right now.
9:52, good morning. Yacht Rock Gold. On this day in 1978, the number one hit player, Baby Come Back.
What a song.
All right, let's get rolling here. We got a lot to do in the last 8 minutes of the show. We begin, hit the ALF theme, with Cappy's prize picks, pick of the day. Download the app today and use code Cappy to get $50 in write-ups after you play your first $5 write-up. That's code Cappy, K-A-P-P-Y, to get $50 in write-ups after you play your first $5 write-up. Prize picks, it's good to be right, Cap.
George, I know you're in Philly today. Looking at Cleveland, Sam Merrill, 11.5 points at Philly. That sound interesting? Does that sound interesting? Less. Yeah, Linz, less?
Less.
I'd have to see who's available, Cappy, before making that decision. Like, it's a little early in the morning to figure that out.
But Linz, his last 5 games, 14 points, 20 points, 22 points, 19 points, 15 points. And the guy's been on a hot streak.
Darius Garland has been getting more playing time. And he's back. He was out for a while. So he's back. He's playing like the full game. So I think that Sam Merrill will not be getting, 13?
11.5.
Oh.
How about Brandon Ingram tonight on a demon play on Prize Picks? 7.5 rebounds. Toronto at Indianapolis, or Indiana in this case. I have not yet made my Prize Picks. Listen, I'm soaking in my victory from last night.
Do you get how this goes? You got to make the pick.
No,
it's
I'm
the
not
feature.
ready. I'm not doing it.
Yeah, I'm sure they're. I'm sure the partner's thrilled.
Cappy, what is in that Cavs Sixers game? What is VJ Edgecombe?
5.5 assists is a possibility.
What else?
That's a demon play for VJ. Is that a player you like tonight?
I do. What else?
I'm looking. 6.5 3-pointers attempted, 2.5 3-pointers made, 5.5 assists, 1.5 blocks and steals, 12.5.
I would go 1.5 blocks and steals.
1.5 blocks and steals. Okay, I'm taking that. and then I'll go back to the beginning of all of this.
Please.
And I'll go back to the popular
Well,
section.
I guess we won't have time for Cambone
Sam
conversation.
Merrill. I'm going to take Sam Merrill for more than 11.5 points. So that's my play. I've got Sam Merrill more than 11.5 points. I've got VJ Edgecombe for more than 1.5 blocks and steals. And I am even playing it as a bonus. I'm going to win. I'm submitting my lineup right now on Prize
That is your Prize Picks pick of the day. Thank you, Cappy. It is time for our Don't Sweat the Small Stuff calendar of the day. Today, Wednesday, January 14th, 2026. From the book Don't Sweat the Small Stuff and their calendar. Set aside quiet time every day, whether it's 10 minutes of meditation or yoga, spending a little time in nature, or walking the bathroom door and taking a 10-minute bath. Quiet time to yourself is a vital part of life. Cappy?
Sure is. I like that idea.
Meanwhile, it is
All right, what happened with Cambone? Go.
Let me do the read. It is time for our Dealer's Choice Real Deal, brought to you by Sellers Advantage. Our friend Damon Wines, the CEO. Want to sell your house? Before you call an agent, call Sellers Advantage. They'll buy it as is with a competitive cash offer. No repairs needed. They make sell it easy. Call 888-390-AS-IS for a no-obligation offer or visit sellersadvantage.com. DRE 01961658.
Here is my understanding of what happened, George. Cambone contacted me, and he had a friend who was doing a comedy show in San Diego.
Yeah.
He said, can you help him out and promote the show on the Cappy Cast? I said, sure, I'll do anything for you, bro. You know, you're the eat a fat one, bro guy. I'm here to help.
Right, so Browner got upset because he's also a comedian.
No, not at all. As a matter of fact, I said to Cambone, listen, I'd like a favor. In exchange for helping your friend, why don't you have my boy Browner open for your friend? So we put the whole thing together. Browner opened for Cambone's friend.
Okay.
And Browner I think he did like 7 or 8 minutes, and he crushed. Well, Morales, who is the king of chaos, told me that Cambone sent him the audio of Browner bombing. And I was like, that doesn't seem cool. Like, one comedian doesn't sell out another comedian. So I was talking about it because Cambone was on the Cappycast in the YouTube chat yesterday, and I mentioned this, and it really upset Cambone because it wasn't true. So Morales.
So
what happened, Morales? Go ahead.
So at the Northgate watch party for USC, that's where Cambone and I officially met.
Mm-hmm.
That's when we shared a churro, the great video. I said churro a little too much there. Churro. Anyway.
You tried to roll the R's.
Anyway, he said, yeah, Browner's not very great at comedy, and explained his set. He didn't send me anything. I don't have audio of it. And that's when I said, I guess Browner's not very good at comedy for a guy that loves to make jokes about me on his show, or his, I should say, podcast. That's his thing. Okay. So what's the issue?
The issue is that Cambone denies it. Cambone denies
saying that Browner's not very good at comedy?
That's right. That Cambone denies.
He's in the chat.
Cambone, is this true or false, Cambone?
We don't know because they're a little delayed on the.
So let me just ask this.
Yeah.
In the grand scheme of all the things I deal with on a daily basis,
why would you make that up?
Why would I make that up?
Because you make up lots of stuff.
No, I'll just say Browner sucks.
Yeah,
and I could say that based on watching 5 minutes of the Cappycast.
No.
Browner is not very good if you compare him to what we do.
Okay,
I'm
listen.
not saying he sucks for your purposes. He just seems like an angry, mean guy that doesn't like to wrap it up. Can we fairly say that?
He doesn't like to wrap what up?
You know.
What?
That's
content.
That's based on information that you have all said.
All I know is this. My man is an up-and-coming stand-up comic, and Cambone, I do not believe, would have knocked his performance knowing how hard it is and knowing what Cambone is doing as he's on his way up
I genuinely
the comedy
like
ladder.
Cambone. We talked in depth at this party about sobriety and about a lot of different things. See, we have since become texting buddies, and I invited him before I knew this to come on this show and promote his act. We were going to be at a location on Championship Sunday, which I can't get into at the moment, but we won't be able to attend his comedy thing on Championship Sunday. So I said, yeah, you can promote it. Now I'm finding out that he's saying I'm lying. Why would I lie about this stuff?
I don't know. I don't know why.
That seems
you
like
do
a
this.
bit of a leap.
Well, I mean, I don't think so. I mean, I think that you're an instigator. You know
I'm
what I mean?
an instigator about people at ESPN LA because it provides good content.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not really like this outside of here when it comes to regular people.
Regular people.
Yeah. Cambone's a regular person. He's a fan
By
of
the
the
way,
show.
the Mongols are saying you think you're a comedian.
No, actually, I don't. I don't do comedy acts.
You don't?
No.
Not even on
I
the air?
don't go to. No, that's part of what I get compensated for. I don't go to a comedy club and say, hey, give me $10 and a free drink so I can go do my comedy act because I want to be a comedian. That's not what I do.
Well, it's what Cambone does.
Okay.
And it's what Browner does.
It's great.
And they're both trying to make it as comics.
I would tell them both. Seems like a hard world to try to crack.
I would say Cambone.
Well, Cambone is saying you accused him of recording his set, Cap.
That's right, but that's because I said that Morales did that.
Well, but you had that wrong, clearly.
I don't think so. I think Morales said Cambone sent me the Browner
I
stuff.
said Cambone told
Well,
me his
here's
set.
the thing, Cappy.
Okay.
I would say this.
Yeah, tell me.
You generally have a knack for misinterpreting things and having a different interpretation, let's call it.
Yeah, but doesn't
of the
Morales
way things
have
are described to you?
But doesn't Morales have a knack for always
For being an
starting-
instigator.
Yeah, I'm an
starting
instigator.
fights with everybody?
But I don't get stuff wrong.
You said he sent you Browner's set.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, you did.
I said he told me about Browner's set, and it wasn't very good.
Cambone, if that's what you did, if you told Morales that Browner's set was not good, that also seems like a departure from what one comedian should be saying about another comedian.
Is it?
It is. Because he's giving you ammunition.
Prove it.
You guys are going to have to share another churro.
By the way, you know how we can
I got to
settle-
go, man. I got a meeting here at 1
Bye,
o'clock
Sedano.
Eastern.
We'll see you tomorrow at 7 a.m. I say you get Browner
Okay.
to come into this studio sometime. You guys
Okay.
can do your little Cappy cast in the other room together.
Okay.
I want Browner to have to share a churro with me.
Oh, I would love that.
That's the only way peace can be made.
It's the only way?
Because
A
we
peace
know
churro.
because we know he feels certain ways about certain things.
Yeah.
So him having to share a churro with me. And by the way, we won't even do it on the YouTube hour. We'll do it prime time.
Okay. And then he and George can argue about NBA.
Yeah.
Which they always do anyway. All right, let's rock out.
And I will give him some gift cards for his 7 kids.
4.5.
Okay.
5 is on the way.
All right. I'll buy him diapers. How about that? I'll give him $300 in diapers.
What a sweetheart.
Personal money. Just like at HPC, I bought somebody's tab. Personal money. $300 in diapers. I don't know. Is that a lot of money?
That's a
towards
lot.
diapers?
It is a lot
That's
of
good.
money.
That's good diaper.
How long
That's
does
good
that
diaper.
last? $300 in diapers.
It's a lot of duties.
Yeah.
How long does that last? I don't know.
A solid 4 to 6 months.
Yeah.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's it's a nice gift.
Yeah.
6 months of diapers is a lovely
You
gift.
tell him I'll buy 6 months of diapers. He comes in here and we'll order churros. He shares a churro with me.
Okay.
And he can't back away like Sua did with the popcorn shrimp or coconut shrimp.
He got to go like
All
you
the
and
way.
me. You and me with the sushi.
We don't have
gotta-
to touch.
Okay.
No touching.
All right.
But he has to hold it for this freeze frame of the picture. And then Coconut Michael, Radio Michael fan, he will make a T-shirt.
I will let him know.
That is how we settle all beef.
All beefs get settled by sharing churros.
Yes.
Okay.
All right, everybody. Have a great Wednesday. It's been a great show. We will see you tomorrow for Thursday. The Sedano and Kap Morning Show. 7 a.m. tomorrow morning.
The moon landing
Since 1969.
The Raiders are